Test. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can't hear me. I don't think we got sound. Test. You can hear me? Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't hear honey. Let me go to the private chat. Are we in the private chat? Oh yeah, we are in the private chat. Oh, so I need to check my. DJ Honeyflow, we can't hear you. Let me see. I wonder what happened. Yeah.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I think I blasted you in my ear. Okay, I think I got it. So you guys probably missed everything then. That's okay. That's okay. We'll start all over again.
That's what's up.
I was just, mentioning your bio there. Let's see here. Yeah, sometimes things happen when you have to switch so much different equipment around. So, but it's all good. Hopefully, you guys could hear me now. I think I got it. I'm using a different mixer, so that's good.
Oh, it's
Okay,
all
so
good. Can you hear me okay? Am I loud enough?
yeah, you're good. You're
Okay.
good. Yeah. So we got let's see who we got in the building. We got Mimi Berry, we got DJ K Immaculate, we got
What up?
Living Life Golden, DJ J Jonah.
What up?
Let's see. DJ K Immaculate. I interviewed him a while ago, and DJ J.
Yeah.
You guys could check out the interviews. We got Red Ace in the building.
So
Let's
fam
see.
pulling up.
Garcia. Yeah, a lot of new names. So it's definitely your family there too. Welcome, you guys. That's good that, let's see here. DJ K Immaculate says she's just talking. Good to see all you guys. So thanks for coming through. So for all you guys that missed it, we're just on Instagram and now we're, on Twitch and welcome YouTube, Facebook as well. I've added those as well. So for anyone that's on YouTube, Facebook, make sure you make your way to twitch.tv/DJ Honeyflow and also /DJ Lyris. Make sure you're all adding her. And you guys will see the comments if you come to Twitch. It's totally free. So yeah, let's get back into this. I'm going to ask you a few questions again, because I just find the story so fascinating as well. So I kind of wanted you to repeat that a little bit, but just kind of how you got started for everyone that kind of missed you on Twitch or sorry on Instagram. If you could kind of repeat just kind of how you
I'll
got
do I'll you I'm known to be a little long-winded, but I'm gonna try to shorten this up. Okay. So basically I got started. My father was my inspiration. He's a big music head growing up. So playing in his albums and then discovering music on my own. But I went into the corporate world for like 15 years and I needed an outlet. And when my father passed, I was inspired to pursue it because it was something that I always wanted to do and I felt like I could do it. Somebody said I'm so tiny.
Yeah,
um,
you're pretty tiny. We need you bigger. We need to see your
oh,
face.
you want me to blow up? Okay. Let me
Yeah,
see. I can blow myself
or
up a
else I'm
little
gonna have
bit.
to blow you up, and I don't wanna blow myself up
Okay,
here
I got you. I got
like
you. I can make
this.
myself bigger.
That's not
I'm
fair.
sorry. I didn't know y'all wanted to see
Of course
good
we
old
wanna see
me
you.
like that. I'll just cover this logo a little bit. Let's see. Make sure I'm not.
Yeah, Mimi's like, "Yeah, show yourself." In
Let's
the
see.
meantime, while she's blowing herself up even more,
Yeah, let me see if that's better.
can you blow it up a little bit more? They wanna see you.
Is that better?
It's a little, yeah, it's a lot better, but can you blow yourself up a little bit more?
Hey
Or
man, if y'all want me to on this whole screen, I'll take it. I'll take it.
yeah, they do. They do.
I will
They're
take it.
creepy. They're creepy like that. No. Let's see here. This girl, Xtina, this is why I went like this to you because she said hi to me on Facebook. It's kind of funny, you guys. When I was interviewing last time, this girl, Xtina, and another DJ were bugging me. And I said, no one, I feel like no one listens on Facebook. It's always silent on there. So
Oh
they jumped
God.
on Facebook and started putting comments. And here I'm getting excited thinking it's a new person.
Uh,
No, it was Twitchers. They were just messing with me.
oh,
Yeah, so that's why
Facebook
she
is dry.
posted are going live to Facebook right now. But
Oops,
I
my
think
bad.
yeah, but I think all of us have left Facebook for sure for Twitch. See, this is this girl Xtina bugging me. She jumped on my
Yeah.
Facebook. Okay, so that's good. We can see you clearly. That's perfect. So yeah, so go ahead. Yeah, just
Oh,
with kind of
so
your
yeah, so when I started pursuing it when I was still working with the FDIC, and when I moved to Atlanta in 2010, yeah, that was 2010, that I linked up with LV first. Then I got with Scratch Academy. And by that time, the road was ending with my job because I was really splitting the time. And my heart wasn't in the job, it was in pursuing this new life. And once they let me go, then the doors just opened up. And I started DJing full time right the day that I got fired. I got hired with a DJ company the very same day. So when I tell you that, if that wasn't the biggest sign, I I I could not have imagined it. And then just other doors just kept unfolding. Um I got to do DJ David Banner's birthday party, and it was literally a month after I got fired. And that to me just solidified that I was walking in my purpose. And I started my radio station. So I started the WLAG radio page on IG in 2018, same within the same couple of months. And then of course in 2020, it just took off. And then that's when I just sat in here because we was all shut down, and I just really put all the music that I had and curated it and made these different playlists for different days. And that's today is the anniversary that I launched the radio station. And now I'm using that brand and building it out in the visibility out here in these streets is what I what I say, because it is an internet radio station. But being the DJ, the curator, and the owner of it is really where my focus is now, for the next year or so. And of course, getting when Twitch started, which was at the same time that I was building the station, I had started my Twitch, but I hadn't started streaming yet because I was so focused on the radio station. But then again, the community that I had found when I did WLAG Timeless Radio, they came on over to Twitch. So pretty much, like, I would say about 80% of the Soul fam in here, they all came from Instagram. They all came from that radio page. So shout out to them, and just shout out to the community that exists out here on in these Twitch streets and these social media streets, I guess you could say, except Facebook. I'm just joking.
yeah. Yeah, that's and it is amazing. As I was saying earlier, guys, you guys didn't hear my intro. She started WLAG Timeless Radio, which is runs 24/7, and it's got a lot of timeless classics of music, which I appreciate too. And she went from like 30 followers to 83,000 on Instagram from when was it, 2018 or
20 yeah, I
20?
started in 2018. By 2020, when everything just started like going crazy, I was getting like 1,000 like followers a month.
Wow.
It was just crazy. That was an old algorithm of Instagram. I don't think that algorithm exists anymore.
Yeah.
But it the visibility, because people needed the music. The music just is comforting. It's like comfort food, right? And so for me, I love doing it, and I was just posting what's on the station. So I was just letting people know that there was a place where you can listen to this, especially if you're at home and you're like, oh my God. um Again, I needed this when I worked a 9 to 5. I needed this station. And that's where the idea was birthed. because I don't listen to regular radio at all.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now with the radio, is it just strictly just music 24/7 or do you jump in and kind of speak at all or, you
No,
know, radio
I have
personalities?
no, I have not started doing a true, like, live stream on the station yet. That's in the making, because my focus has been on Twitch, and I have this is the Honeyflow, this has really been I wouldn't say the struggle, but the challenge is I'm only one person, and I've been really learning and growing this stuff as I go, and I want to do so many things and I can only do like I told you, it's like stepping stone. So right now it's just music and I'm really looking to grow the visibility. And then just seeing what the people want from the radio station. I let them know that you can get this music cuz when I stream on Twitch, I'm pretty much staying in that pocket. I might, play a little bit different stuff, but really I stay in the classics because that's pretty much the brand of WLAG and what I really like to play. But trying to get that conversion is hard. So I'm looking to and I'm actually looking to do some adding some DJs. I'm looking to hire some interns. I'm looking to really expand this year because I've just said I gotta kind of divert this energy here now. So that's you doing this interview is so great for me. And this being today the anniversary is because that's what I really was been like. I gotta let people know that this exists and that I am curating and I'm the one putting the songs together and doing all this stuff. So if you like it, come on over, and then we can really incorporate it into literally the station. So but shout out to Silver Knight. Silver Knight does the drop. So I don't know if you ever listen to it, but anytime
Awesome.
you did, yeah. So shout out. I wanted to keep it in the family. Like seriously, Silver Knight has been also a guy who's assisted me with getting on Twitch as well. So it's nice when I'm riding and I hear his voice.
Yeah, exactly. And it takes a lot. I come from a radio background, so I know exactly how much it actually takes, like to do a show, to conduct it, to speak, to find good VJs as well. Like it's a huge production, you guys. You guys think
Yeah.
doing radio 24/7, that's a lot. You know what came to mind? I should link you up and maybe he may come in the chat. Boa Ninjas. He's from the
Okay.
UK and he's been doing I know a few guys on Twitch that do internet radio and have been doing it for years.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you need any
Yeah.
advice, I can link you up. There's also
Yes.
DJ Daja out of Toronto. He does internet radio station
Oh, cool.
24/7. So there's a few guys that are doing radio. I definitely they're good guys. So if you ever need any help or yes, he's Canadian and lives in the UK.
You
So if
Canadians are so cool. I'm just gonna put that out there, man. I mean, seriously, every time I meet someone, they from Canada, I said that makes sense. That makes
that makes sense.
sense.
Well, yeah, because it's all about helping because it takes a while, and that's where I think your story's so cool, kind of like with Jay Chalet's when I was reading up on it. I was like, wow, that's so awesome because her video went viral to 12 million people and
I
then
remember
boom.
that video.
Yeah, and then, she's like well over a million people and like it just happens so fast that it's hard to put I think everything in order, but you learn as you go, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
that's part of the journey. Yes, yes.
exactly. So make sure you guys are adding her, you guys, not only on Twitch. I have her Instagram here too. The WLAG underscore timeless radio is what blew up to 83,000 people. I've been checking it out too recently, just, seeing what she's doing and got great music on there as well. And then, of course, YouTube, SoundCloud, you're everywhere, and Facebook, DJ Lyris. So make sure you guys
I
add her.
told you I'm busy. I be out here.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. So, no, that's really awesome. So yeah, it takes a bit of time to develop. Have you ever had anything go down with your radio station since it runs 24/7?
Every now and then I get pockets, but it's not the station, it's the app usually. So I have to go in and man, that can be a headache.
Mhm.
Because I'm using a Sam Broadcaster, and if they do an update and change that link, then I got to communicate that to my app, and so I mean, of course, I'm checking in daily, but man, sometimes, luckily, somebody might text me or whatever. But it's it doesn't happen often, but I have caught it, and I said, "Hey, man, we got to work this out, like, cause I can't have my station going down." But luckily for me, the software I use is excellent. It's just getting that broadcast out um
Now, do
through the app.
listeners have to pay or is it completely free
It is
or
free, y'all.
wow,
It's
that's a
so
lot.
free.
Yeah. So then how are you able to like create or, because I know you do a variety of things, like especially income, being an entrepreneur. I mean, we got to find different ways. A lot of people
Yes.
think because you reach 100,000 or a million on Instagram that you get paid. I used to think that way actually when I jumped online, but that's not
Right.
the case. You got to like do a merchandising store,
Yes.
you got to create things
Yes.
to sell things, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah,
And
how are you able to kinda
woo,
make it?
all that. So I do have merch. Right now the link is through Streamlabs. So I do the link through Streamlabs right now. I'm working on getting it over to Shopify. Again, another project. I need an intern. But I do get paid. Well, Instagram has stopped it now, but I was getting paid from Instagram as well for that. And then again, I'm looking for advertisers. So right now I pay for it. I pay for it because I'm just investing. Um Anything that I get, my Twitch dollars. Thank y'all for all the subscriptions.
Mhm.
All that money goes back into the station. Pretty much, my live gigs pay my bills, which is great. And so anything that I get from uh Instagram, Twitch, I pour back in the station because that's just pretty much how I'm utilizing those coins right now. So and I know they're baby steps, but I can already see the growth. So, I have a mentor. I have a really cool mentor that I've had since 2018, and we check in and he keeps me in line and keeps me accountable, but we're tracking everything. We track hours, we track productivity and all that. So that is really I'm gonna be honest, that's how I've been able I don't say survive, live. I like to say live. I'm living good. And the goal is for this to be the first year that WLAG really turns a profit. Yeah, that's what we're shooting for.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really, really awesome. And just, yeah, with Instagram, like, maybe pushing your merchandising store, purchasing, or I used to be in advertising, so I know exactly what that is. I used to sell advertising space on radio.
Oh.
So anyone, if anyone, a company that wants to advertise you guys, she's doing really big things. She's got 83,000 people on her Instagram page. So if you guys want to advertise through her radio show that is definitely blowing up, make sure you guys
Do that.
message her. And that's local companies or even international
Yes.
companies globally, right?
Yes,
Um,
and yes,
mhm,
yes. And that's been the focus, like I said, this year. I mean, we talked about on Instagram, is to get the visibility out here. So I'm working between Nashville and Atlanta right now. Just because these are the huge pockets musically. So for me, it's like, okay, let me get out here and really let people know that this station exists and that there's space, there's advertising space, and just I am leveraging the views from Instagram because, a lot of these companies don't have that type of visibility. And I'm saying, well, I do have the visibility, but it does have to be in line. It definitely has to be in line with the brand of, and that's what I think that's really where my focus has been. Is like, I won't just take any advertising. I really want it to be in line with the brand. Everything for me is energy. Everything has to like flow. So I've just trusted that that's really worked for me, and the visibility literally in person is where I'm really working because I've been in this internet social media for several years, and I'm like, no, I got to get out since everybody's outside now.
mhm. Yeah, it's so true. Hey,
Yeah.
Nita, Dawn, good to see
Hey, Nina
you.
Don.
Good to
Soul
see
fam
you.
still in here rocking.
Red Ace and Zeta Lawyer, everyone else living live Golden as well, and DJ K Immaculate, everyone coming through, Mimi Berry. Good to see all you guys. Thanks for coming through. One idea I just had actually, because a lot of radio stations do this as well, is just doing, maybe getting Silver Night or whoever doing a commercial for you, a mini commercial, right? You know
Mm,
how they said they're looking for advertisers, uh, to support the station, or they can advertise for you at a, cheaper cost. So I don't know
yes.
if you've ever heard those little short, they're like 15-second commercials. I just heard one driving back here
Oh,
today. So that might be good without you having to door knock so much to get advertisers, but
yeah.
like to post it, every couple hours or every hour on your show and see who inboxes you, right?
Yeah, I like that. Come on, Honeyflow, with
Yeah.
the ideas.
I have a lot of ideas for people. Usually when
I
I listen,
love
see what
it.
they do, I'm like, "Oh, you should do this," or "What about this?"
Are you a
So,
consultant? You probably should go into consulting. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
maybe I should. I don't know. I just see what people like, whatever their dreams are or their purpose, or whatever they love doing. Like, I feel like I could see it more for other people
Yeah,
than I can see it for myself too, but I feel like it's more I can just look at someone or hear them and have all
that means
these
you gotta
ideas.
consult. Yeah, you really should because you
Yeah.
already got the eye for it. You know what I'm saying? So that I love me. What's your sign?
Oh, well, I don't really go by signs too much, but I'm my birthday's September, so I don't know. I heard we're
Okay, I was
crazy,
like, are
so
you a
I don't know.
Virgo?
I don't
Because
know
I just
that.
know a lot of
Yeah,
Virgos.
that's what it is.
You a Virgo?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be damned. See, I knew it. No, I'm saying most consultants I've worked with and know personally are Virgos. That's why I had to ask.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
It's just how
okay.
your brain works. That's cool though. I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. It's always yeah, always working with ideas, but just, I'm definitely gonna link you with those 2 guys, and I'm sure they'll help you because I know it's a lot, and, I think it's awesome what you're doing. Like, not I don't think I've really seen even too many women, starting or running that. I usually see a lot of guys in this industry, so I like,
Yeah.
props to you, I think that's
Thanks.
any way I can help, definitely. So you mentioned before too that you were also with Scratch Academy, which are they originally based out of the Bay Area? Was it there, Scratch
I
Academy?
I actually thought they were based out of New York. I
Oh,
thought it was
okay.
J Master J's dream. And I want to say, I don't know if I don't think it actually has started before he was killed. But I know that was what the origin was. And then I know it moved to California, and then I think Miami, and I think
Oh,
Atlanta, and then Philly. It was in Philly as well. Because Nick Spinelli, I don't know if you know him, but he was
no.
with Scratch.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty big as well on Instagram and YouTube.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I think Atlanta and Philly were the last two cities, if I'm remembering correctly. So I had already been here mm, 4 or 5 years before they came. And once I heard it, I literally heard on the radio, and I was like, "Oh snap, I got to do that!" Like I was, I had already started following this company. So Scratch was really good. I really wish they were still in business here.
Yeah, that'd be I would love to take that course. That would be awesome.
Yeah. It
So
was
how
it
Mhm.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I was just saying, yeah, I think that would be awesome I thought it was the Pam the Functress type of chorus, that they have in the Bay Area. It's kind of the same concept, Scratch
Oh,
Academy and that
yeah.
sort of thing. So, do you learn a lot? Like, I know you learn the basic techniques, but did you learn how to scratch and juggle and do all those things too?
Yeah. So, I'm not gonna lie, I really did want to learn. Like I was like, man, this is where I'm gonna learn how to scratch. I learned a lot more about the business of like putting like a press kit together. That was really cool. Um, and I learned more of what I was already doing, but just kind of getting a sharper ear for it. But when I learned how to scratch, it was actually another student who he was
Oh,
a guy, and he's been so I was the type they would have practice sessions. So I would go up there after work, like in all the days that they had practice because I didn't have turntables yet. So for me, I was like, I just love the touch of the turntable. So I just wanted to get in there. And it's so funny because whatever I was working on, a mix or just learning something, uh, they had one scratch class and it was good, but I sucked. Like I sucked because it's muscle memory. So at this point, I'm in my 30s, like really trying to get my fingers to do something they've never done. So I needed to practice. And the instructor was good, but there was this older guy that would, I don't know, he just had the patience. He had the patience of a lamb, I tell you. And he was just showing me the like just the motion just to keep practicing. And once I got that, I just start doing it more and more. And the crazy thing is, I used to do a lot of scratching. I have kind of gotten away with it, and people like, man, why don't you scratch anymore? And I was like, I really need to practice that, but I'm doing all this other stuff. So like I'm getting ready for a Twitch stream. I'm not working on my crab scratch and nothing like that. But yes, they taught it there. It wasn't a big emphasis in that particular school, because I don't think we didn't really have a lot of scratch type DJs. I know in New York, and Philly, they actually had DJs that they were like, crazy scratchers. Now we had JC, which is, he's DMC, and he's more of a juggler. I never learned how to juggle. We didn't get anybody to teach us how to juggle. So I had to go to YouTube, and but I ain't like behind the back with my nose type thing.
Are
You know,
you sure? I don't know. I've seen you before. I have a feeling you can do it. I
it's
just
my
want to see more
practice.
ladies. I want to see more ladies in the scratch battle,
Yes,
know?
we
Like
definitely, you
I
know,
definitely want to see that.
yes, yes. And I mean, it's not enough of us. It is not. It is definitely not, especially down here. Like, I'm like, I really do need to. Just so planted that seed. So y'all might see me do a little behind behind the back
Exactly.
juggling. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to take a chorus. I definitely need a chorus. My scratchies are like eek, ook, ack, like it's horrible.
And
Horrible.
there's a
It
lot
takes
of,
time though.
yeah, it does. It's a lot of online stuff, which is good, but there was nothing that beats like hands on. Because that's what I know for sure. And it just takes a certain teacher for, I think, all of us to kind of grasp it. And then the practicing it is where you're going to get it, because it's just muscle memory. That's really what it is.
Mhm.
But man, trying to take them online, because I've done that. And Jazzy, I think, no, he didn't do a scratch one, but Shorty, do you know
Oh
Shorty?
yeah, 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 yeah.
She has one, and I've been tempted to do it because I'm like, and she's a female, so I really want to support her. But I'm like, now, Lyris, are you gonna? Where's the time
She
to?
has a lot of free ones too though. If you just sign up for her
Oh,
or
I need
sign
to just.
up, she'll give you emails that are free that just show you different scratches,
Well,
different
I
things you
need
can
to do that.
practice. Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to just do that. Well, let's do that together, honey. Let's let's let's
Hey,
let's let's
I'd be
try.
down. I'm still trying to
Let's.
get the basics here, so I'd be down for sure. I mean, it takes a lot, especially if you're doing other things. Like you're not just a DJ, right? You're doing like, of course, a 24/7 radio station. You teach DJing. You're out there doing DJ gigs. You're doing Twitch, and then to be your own boss and do all of that, like, and not, if you don't have a large team and to grow as fast as you've grown, like
Yeah,
it's a lot to do. And then of course social media,
that.
you're putting stuff out there, so you're advertising, you're marketing.
Oh God, that was
So
so
I get
hard.
it. Yeah.
Managing, because the biggest thing about growing your audience on Instagram is interacting.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
by the middle of 2020, I could not keep up with all the comments. It was thousands of comments, and I was just like, I am so blessed. But I would just have to heart everything. I just said, I can't, I can't,
Yeah, it's a
I
lot.
can't
That's amazing.
respond to everybody. And
Yeah.
somebody said, you need a team. I said, yeah, I know. I do
Wow.
know this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you can also do like little, I think you're on TikTok too, just little videos,
I
thanking
haven't did.
people or like posting it on your Instagram
I
too.
tried to do the TikTok.
Or like
I
a reel, like
tried.
no, but like a quick, like 30-second reel, just thanking
Okay.
people or just like, "Hey, I see you guys. Thanks for supporting," or do another reel on like trying to get advertising as well.
Uh-huh.
You gotta think of ways to make it easy for people to like come to you, instead of you door knocking and like maybe going out.
Yes.
Like
You
people
speaking my
coming in.
language. I love it.
Yeah, so I don't I just have all these ideas,
You
so but it
do.
does take it takes a lot though, it does, like, even making those videos,
I'm gonna
you
have to
know?
hire you, yes,
Hey,
because you
yeah,
got a lot of
sure, hey, I'd
ideas.
be game. If you need a radio personality, let me know.
Yeah.
I know a few people have asked actually, but I've been focusing more on Twitch, building this. But now I'm definitely ready to expand. I wanna get back on the dial actually, especially for radio.
You
But,
definitely did. This is great, a great shot right here. This pod well pretty much feels like a podcast, but on
mhm.
Twitch. I think you this is really good. And it's good for us, honestly, to just have a place to start talking and sharing these ideas. So shout out to you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, DJ Fresh, I see you. If you guys
Fresh.
have any questions, drop them in the chat as well. If you guys got any questions for DJ Lyris, make sure you drop them in the chat. So, you said that you discovered, was it discovering Twitch from LV, or how did you discover Twitch?
Ooh, Twitch. Oh, I discovered Twitch. It was all the DJs. It was Silver Knight. I think Silver Knight and LV were the first. Cause see, LV was doing beats and breakfast on Facebook. So short. I'm trying to make the story short. I had did lives back in 2017 around the time I was getting fired because I didn't know how to go about getting some gigs. So I said, man, I'm just going to go live and play. And I figured somebody would think I'm dope and be like, let's hire. So that they weren't flagging you in 2017. You could just go live. So then in 2020, all of us were going live. We all went back, and then they started snatching us left and right, like whack, whack, whack,
So true.
right?
Yeah.
So I was listening to LV on Facebook because he was on Facebook, and I was like, all right, and he was on there, and then I think it was him on his stream. He was like on Twitch because him and Silver Knight, I know they did it around the same time. And then that's when I said, well, let me see what this Twitch is about. And then that's when I started seeing other DJs, and I was like, this is cool, but I'm doing this station. So I'm gonna just follow these guys, see how they're doing. And I saw Silver Knight just like blow up. But it was kind of cool seeing how I knew LV and Silver Knight, but I saw how they were doing Twitch, but they were doing it in a different way. And that I think that was really what inspired me because I was like, so LV had, beats and breakfast, and Silver Knight had his fanatics. He had I think it was the morning show or something like that. And so when I saw that, I said, okay, I get it. Then Wally came on, DJ Wally Sparks. So I follow a lot of Atlanta DJs. And so when I saw that, and then I saw more DJs all over the world doing it. And then that's when I said, okay, all right, I'm gonna take my time now. I'm gonna be real with you, Honeyflow. I got in one of them COVID relationships.
Oh no, a COVID
I got
relationship.
I got
Actually, I can't say
caught
anything.
up.
Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
got caught up. I got distracted, y'all.
It happens. It happens.
I was rolling in like April and May, like June, and then bam, I got a little wrapped up.
Mhm.
And so when that kind of passed, then I said, man, all right, I'm gonna really like pour into this. So that's why my official live stream started around October, November. I had set it up, but I never really pushed it. Y'all know how it is. You just get distracted. It was 2020,
At least you admit to that. Most people on here don't. They're just like, "What?
I'll
I don't have a
hey,
spouse. What? I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't know what you're talking about." I'm like,
I'm an open book.
I
Go
I
on,
I
ask
I
me
just
what
find
else.
it funny though. I find it hilarious. It's like, okay, we get
Yeah.
your private. We get it.
Yeah, no,
Um,
you can learn though. That's why I share because I feel like it's all a learned experience.
it is.
Okay.
I like your honesty. I appreciate that. How did actually we're gonna get to DJ K Maculate's question. He says, "What
Okay.
equipment has DJ Lyris owned throughout her career?" Good
Great
question.
point. Oh man. All right. I think I started with okay. And the first one was the NS7. Now y'all gotta remember I was making good money, so I went out and Sam Ash and said, give me the best. No, I'm just joking. I really, but I was like, well, I want something like the turntable. So I got the NS7. Now, let me tell you, I sounded terrible, but that's okay. So I started with the NS7. That thing was so heavy. And then after I did the NS7 all the way till I got to scratch. When I got to scratch, I had worked with LV and I that was my first time doing turntables. I said I want some turntables, but them things were
Yeah.
expensive with the
Yeah.
mixer. So this is the same setup that I bought in 2016. This was my
Okay.
birthday gift to myself. And
Nice.
so that was I loved it. I was like, you can't, and it's still my favorite. Then I linked up with Roland. Then Roland came up with the Roland DJ 808. And I don't know if y'all know about that, but that one was with the beat machine. So that's the producer side of me was like, oh, now I can really layer these songs with these beats. And that's how I became a Roland ambassador. And I had every Roland controller.
Oh,
Every
wow.
roller controller. I got the TRS. I mean, I was an ambassador, so
Crazy.
I
Yeah,
got
because
a
they give
lot
you
of
all
that
the
stuff.
equipment. If you need any equipment you need to get rid of
If
and
you
you need
need
to
to rent any
ship
equipment,
to Canada, let me know.
yeah, I'm
Well,
just saying.
actually renting, that would be a great idea.
Yes.
That's actually a great idea. Have you done that? That's a good idea.
No, but I actually have a DJ homie that I work with, said that does have she's black owned,
Mhm.
female, who has a rental company. So
Awesome.
I just haven't put my stuff on there because I don't want to put that stuff on there yet.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't
Actually,
want
I
to
don't
put that
even
stuff
know,
on it. But
but
yes, it
if you're an ambassador, I don't know if you can kinda do that. I'm
well
not quite sure.
they ended it. So all that equipment's mine now.
Oh,
It's
wow.
mine, mine, mine,
Man,
mine.
yeah, you really are making boss moves. That's amazing.
Y'all
Sita
so sweet.
Lawyer says boss moves equals DJ Lyris. And
Oh,
I think
come on.
I definitely think that too. We got
Just
Derek in the
walking in my
building.
purpose,
How
man.
you
Walking
doing,
in my
Derek?
purpose.
That's awesome. Let's see. Red Ace had a great question. She said, if you could DJ for anyone in the industry, dead
Oh,
or that's past or alive, who would it be and why? That's a great
wow.
question.
Red
Love it.
Ace. Wow, that is a great question. And y'all know it would be Whitney. Okay.
Oh,
It
yeah.
would be Whitney. Cause I just feel like I would have so much fun with Whitney. She seems so cool and like, and also I was in love with Whitney Houston, but that's another story.
Yeah, she's
That
amazing.
that really is, but it would definitely be a female artist. Just because I feel even though like Michael and Prince, those are all great, but it's something about female empowerment. I it's something about that for me.
Mhm.
And like we were saying, I want to see more females doing this and seeing this. It's just such a male dominant industry, and we love you fellas, but
100%.
we're dope. And so I feel like that would probably that off the top of my head, it'd be Whitney right now. Yeah,
Oh,
for
nice.
sure.
That's a good pick. She seems like she'd be a bit of a perfectionist though, so I
She's
don't
gonna
know.
push me to my best, and I'm
Yeah,
okay with that.
yeah, I
But she
kinda
was also
wondered. I'm like,
hilarious.
Yeah, yeah,
She was
that's true. Actually,
hilarious,
she
and
seems very sweet. I've
that
seen
yes, that's what I like. It's the energy for me. Like if I'm
Yeah,
gonna work for it, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. Like I pick up on the energy, and it was something about her energy. Like it was very auntie. It was
yes.
very, but
Yeah,
it was very
definitely.
still. It was auntie. It gave me auntie all day, and I love my aunties.
Yeah, exactly, that's true. Living Life says, "Thought she'd say Marvin Gaye." Interesting.
That's who you want me to DJ for. So you can get in
He'd
on
be a
them.
good one. Be a good one. DJ 506, I see you. How you doing? Good to see you in the building. I have a question for all you guys in the chat room. If you are a DJ, if you're not a DJ, who would you want to DJ for? Who would you want to do that? Even if you're not a DJ, just
Yeah,
use your imagination. I'm
baby face. Yeah,
curious to say who you would pick for anyone you would love to collaborate and DJ for or just be on stage with. Let me know.
that's a
I'm
great
curious to see
question.
your responses.
Yeah, that's a great
Um,
question.
yeah, Derek says it's a lot of dope females here on Twitch.
Absolutely.
Now, I mean, there's 10 million streamers on Twitch, so this is the first time in my life I've seen so many female DJ streamers. But like when we go city to city, I think we can all relate that there's probably you could probably count them on your hands, like for the female DJs city. I don't know how many are in Atlanta, but I could definitely count the
Oh
ones
God.
literally maybe on one hand in Toronto. In Canada,
Really?
maybe two hands. And
Seriously?
yeah, like it's really not many city to city. Is there a lot of female DJs in Atlanta?
Man. Oh, it's no, we got a lot.
Oh, you
We got
do. You do.
Oh, we got a lot. Yes, I mean,
Okay.
so men, these are one of the many ideas. I tell you, we have a lot of you know how it is. You get idea after idea after
Mhm.
idea. But me and like my homie I said, we really was like, we need to put like a group of females together and we just collaborate and we think and we put ideas together and we share our resources. We ask, what is it that you're looking to do? How are you looking to grow your business? How are you looking to grow your brand? We share this information and we link each other with our resources, our even our knowledge of who we know and what we know.
Mhm.
It was such a great idea. We tried and it was just more talk. Then we just do it. We basically get together, but now like we're extremely busy to the point where we literally have to try to schedule just a time. But I feel like it's still a possibility, but there's so many Honeyflow. I mean, and I
Mhm.
think for me, people look at my face and they think I'm a baby. Thank you guys. I
Mhm.
really appreciate that. But I'm turning 42 next month.
What?
And
I
I
wasn't gonna
know.
ask you, but I was curious. I'm like, I bet she's like 10 or 20, not 20 years younger, but what facial cream are you using? I'm shocked. Like, I
um,
literally thought you were 10 because I was like, she is saying timeless classics. Maybe she's around my age. I'm not
you
gonna reveal my
you
age
gotta
though.
see you just have to see my mom. If you see my mom, you see
Wow,
why I look like I look. And then my dad
that's
too. They
great.
just I was blessed with really good genes and I'm really taking care of myself.
Yeah,
Like
no,
what
that's
I
good.
eat and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you
I
so
hear
much.
you. Living Life says she's a baby.
I am. I
Let's
am.
see.
I'll
I'm
take it.
just looking at some of what you guys put in the chat. Great, great, picks, you guys.
Yeah,
Derek
make
says,
a
I would love
wish.
James Brown, Prince, Tony Braxton. Those are all great picks. Miss Frosty, how you doing? Says mint
Mint
condition. Ooh,
condition. I like that.
that's good. Ooh, Mimi, she's in love with Snoop
Snoop.
Doggy Dog.
Snoop. Okay,
Let's
what
see.
up?
How you doing, Struds? Good to see you. We got DJ 506 says Prince. That would be amazing. Prince,
Yeah.
hands
Now he gonna
down.
work you though, baby,
Oh
and he
yeah,
might fire you after one show. Cause look, Prince will fire you
yeah,
just like
definitely.
James.
Living Live, Golden says, definitely Marvin Gaye. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Just seeing all your comments here, you guys. Oh, awesome. Yeah. So, do you feel like, going back to that, do you think like women actually work together? Because I know when people say, hey, female empowerment and sisterhood and yada, 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 or do you feel like it's kind of like, I kind of am feeling like not all women, but with some women, it's kind of like they feel like there's only one spot because that's what we're kind of taught. Like there's only one spot for you in the industry. So do you really feel that women work together? And if not, or if so, how can we be more supportive of one another? I feel like we really, because
That is
there really
a
isn't
great
one
question.
spot when you really think there's a whole world for you and it's not just one person that gets a spot or the other person, it's a whole world is
Yes, and
open for opportunity.
I love the question. I love how you pose the question. Yes, I absolutely think it's possible because you're doing this. One, I've found a network of DJs. It's not big, but it's a good number for us to grow. But what I realize, it's about where you're at in that thought process. If you have a scarcity mindset, it's not going to work. Okay? If you think you got to hide or hoard or not tell somebody or can't show anything because you scared somebody's going to take your gig or take your spot or take your resource, it's not going to work. Unfortunately, it's not. And you're going to always be having that mentality. It's just going to be over and over and over and over and over again. It won't stop. But
Mhm.
when you switch to the abundance, right? When you switch to knowing there is this unlimited amount of resources, and that what's for you is really for you. Like if you truly believe that, then you're going to attract the people who feel that way, and then you're going to grow, because you'll again attract people who, like, you just sitting here giving me ideas. You didn't have
Mhm,
to do that. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? You could have been like, "Nah, I got some ideas for you, but you know I'm gonna have to charge
No,
you."
I'm definitely not like
But
that.
you see what I'm exactly. So again, that means
I'll
you're just
get your controllers after this interview. I'll get them after. I'm just joking.
that's fair. That's fair.
I'm joking, I'm joking.
I
No,
know.
I'm not like that. I
I
yeah,
know. I
yeah.
know. I know. I know that just energetically. I know that
Mhm,
I can feel that. So yeah, I do believe it's possible, but it's just where you're at, your frequency.
mm.
Um and I do this with, and this is females are males.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
try to get people to not compare. And I know it's hard.
Mhm,
I know it's so hard. But what's for you is for you, man. It is your path is for you. Everything in it is for you. Nobody can take it. Nobody. Nobody. So you don't have to compare. Use it to inspire.
mhm,
Use You see something, you like, man, I wish I could have thought of that. You got something better. You heard these two songs, right? Take both of them and find another song. You know what I'm saying? Find that groove. That Use it more of a of fuel to inspire, because it's just going to lead you to what your purpose and what you should be doing. So that's how I feel like it can be done. But you that switch in that mentality got to happen. It's got to.
yeah,
And I get
definitely.
it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How do you get like not get in that rabbit hole? Because if we're honest, like well, at least for me, I know I've been there a little bit because when you're in this online world, it's like constant self comparison, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, like we're overloaded with information
Overload. Yes.
and the highlights of people's lives and stuff. So, sometimes you may have like two people in your room and you're like, man, did I do something wrong? Like it starts messing with your brain a little bit, right? So
Absolutely.
I'm just wondering, how do you keep that positive outlook? And I know this is for a lot of streamers and a lot of people in
Yeah.
the room because a lot of them that I've interviewed too, some get anxious, stressed out, some just trying to achieve. We're constantly
Yeah.
trying to achieve, and that's what we're taught, right?
Yeah.
But I agree with you, like, but I it's also like a daily shift in your mind
Yes.
to you have to work at it. It's not
Yes.
like, hey, I'm waking up every day believing a door is open and, God's just going to open up this amazing door every day. Like you literally have to train your mind daily. Like what keeps you kind of positive and moving,
Man,
to believe really believe that.
it's that was another you are coming with the questions, and I appreciate you. It's I have spiritual practices that help me. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm not lying to y'all. I have to be on social media. I don't have to, but I having content, promoting content, looking what I want to do. It's all information. So I'm going to run into things and people doing things that I want to do, or do I wouldn't want to do that? Do I, so I get it. It's and I first thing I'll say to anybody is it's okay. That's normal. Okay. It's okay. Don't shame yourself. Don't feel bad. It's normal. That just means that somebody's doing something that's inspiring you that you maybe want to do. So that's a good thing. But you also have to know that there's something for you just like that, because now you see something you like, oh, I like it. So spiritual practice, meditation. Okay. I say that. I know people will like, okay, but that's hard. It is. You just got to start like 2 minutes a day, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, just, build. Um, and I read a lot of different books that speak of like awareness, speak of the law of one, understanding the concept that I'm talking about abundance and scarcity, and understanding more about manifestation. You hear about The Secret and Napoleon Hill and all these different books. I highly recommend, feeding your mind with that, because if you feed your mind with what's on Instagram constantly, I mean, eventually that's what you're going to feel. So that's why I say you got to feed your spirit different things. And so that's how I live out here. Like I'm out here, but I am when you don't see me, I'm in my house doing a lot. I ground every day. Like I'm outside,
Hmm.
feet in the grass, sun on me, because I'm what you would call a hippie kind of, like that's just how it works for me, because all this information will make you go crazy. It will
It's
make
so
you
true.
very insecure. It will
Yeah.
make you doubt everything about you. And that's normal, because that's what too much information will do. So I would say start. I tell people, curate your feed, especially all my DJs, y'all curators, curate your feed. Make sure that everything that's coming through your feed is feeding you what you want it to feed you. Right. So I am a vegan, so I follow a lot of vegan chefs. So you know what I'm saying? I think I'm funny. So I
Hmm.
follow a lot of funny people that make me laugh, or the same sense of humor that I have, right? And then I follow DJs and people who inspire me. Okay. So then I know that they're gonna post stuff that I want to do. They're
Hmm.
gonna post going to this, like Nam. I wanted to go to Nam.
Oh
I
yeah,
would have
that would have been
loved
fun.
to go to Nam,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I was busy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I got to follow them and I got to watch everything. I sat there on lives while people were at NAM, just like I was there,
Hmm.
So instead of feeling some type of way, I just looked at it as a way of inspiring what I want on my vision board, or what I want to manifest. I will say these are a lot of steps that I just said, but I would start with pay attention to what you're feeding yourself. That's going to help
So
a
true.
lot.
Yeah. Because words are power, like, whether
Ooh,
you're watching the news or during the
ooh,
whole pandemic, or if you're going against what we're kinda taught to do, like, it's been a lot the last couple years, right? And
it's
the world is
overload.
changing, like, super fast,
Yeah.
actually, including the banking. So it's interesting that you came from banking, because I was just talking to, someone from the bank today, and they were
Oh,
talking about, like, how much is gonna be changing in the next 5 years with so
yes.
much coming down the pipelines, right? So, it is training your mind not to be fearful, or, like,
Yes. That
or worried, or compare, or we're taught
that
that so much in society, right? That
yes.
yeah, it's good to feed your mind with the right things. Even music as DJs, I don't always
That's
listen
our
to
power.
the best music, all the time, right? But, like, words are power, right? Even
Oh my
Tupac
goodness.
and all those guys
Everything.
talked about that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you
So
said it. It it
mhm,
it it, it honestly is about being aware of what you're feeding yourself and how it's making you feel. So if
mhm.
you don't like it, you got to learn how to and I understand you got to slowly get off of it, because we've become addicted to this
We
information.
have, we
Like
have.
let's call it what it is. We pick
So
up
true.
that phone like it's just natural. So again, but I want to say that this is normal in the society that we're in, and how much information, but we still have a choice to change what we take in. We do. But it's about how much you want to. That's just really what it is. And I
Yeah.
and I say this because I did do the 9 to 5. I was in corporate, and I understand all these worlds.
Mhm.
Okay, so I get it. I'm just speaking from experience. I'm telling you, I understand. So yeah,
Yeah, that's
but it
so
can be
true.
done. It really can.
Have you ever thought about, because when I was going through your bio and just going through a lot of things, what came to mind too was, has she ever written a book, or has she ever motivational spoke? Like, have you ever thought about doing those things? Because
Yes,
I mean, I
I
know you have a
have.
lot going on, but I really
Yes,
think you should really step into that as well,
yes.
because I've
One
seen in
one
some
of my
interviews.
mods, yes, one of my mods literally had asked me that a couple of weeks ago, and I said, "Yeah, I'm actually writing. Like, I'm just writing down ideas for chapters. I
Awesome.
really am, because I think I named it being fired was the best thing that could have happened. I forgot what I said, but that's when my life really shifted. So I'm just writing things that I've been learning and, oh God, observing and reflecting. You know how powerful reflecting is?
Mhm. Yep.
Like, of these versions of myself. that my good friends have been able to witness.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, yeah, I think I just want to share it, because I've experienced a lot, and I definitely want people to know that there is hope, no matter where you're at. And I understand how it might sound like. Well, it sounds, you can say that, Lyris, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
y'all don't know what my situation be looking like, but I know whatever it is, it will always be good. I'll be always taken care of. I'll always be where I need to be. So that is where I just want to share that journey. But you know, that's gonna take some time
Mm-hmm.
to write a book.
Well,
But
you never know. You never know what will happen. Like, hey, DJ, Coach Herb, I see you as well.
coach.
Living Life says yes. Write the book. Pretty much. Zeta
Oh,
Lawyers, like
thank
we
y'all.
need it. Disco Darren,
It's
how you
so
doing? Good to
Darren.
see you as well. Yeah, so those were my thoughts because I was just looking up some of your other interviews you did in the past, and I know you mentioned, any rejection is redirection, right? And that's so powerful. Like when you really think about it, any rejection, and it's usually the people that have gone through a lot of losses, a lot of heartache, or just like,
Ooh,
gotten laid off or fired, or just like a lot of turbulent losses that have happened,
tears
which
on my
is
pillow.
rejection, right? But
Yes.
I feel like it's always those people that really, really excel. Like they just have some fuel in them to just keep going, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm grateful for those. I know whew, when you go through them, you're like, damn it. But
Mhm.
at this point, I'm like, well, okay. So now I'm not even lying. Now when stuff happens, and like I tell stories on my stream, like when I have some really crazy shit happen. Cause
Mhm.
I be having some crazy shit happen. You just don't know. And I'm like, what is this trying to teach me? What is this trying to show me? Because it's trying to show me something, because I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now. I'm feeling angered, I'm feeling upset, I'm feeling whatever. So that's kind of been my compass now. Like, because I know when things have gone sour, amazing things happen afterwards, right? So I know that. So that's what's kind of kept me going. But in my 20s, man, I'm talking about tears on my pillow.
Mhm.
Oh my God, is this really what life is about? Why am I here? Like having those thoughts, and like, because I didn't understand, I wasn't taught those things. And so that, again, like I said, is very normal. But the and you'll hear about successful people talk about this all the time.
Mhm.
The more no's, the better. Yes, to the no's. No's are good. No's mean that it's pointing you to closer to your destination. I think, I
Mhm.
don't know if that was Will Smith or somebody. Man, I said, damn, that was real. So it's
Yeah.
like fall. Well, he said, fail a lot, or fall. Failure is good. The more fails is good, because it's going to get you closer and closer and closer and closer to what it is you're supposed to do. So
Exactly. Yeah.
when you switch that, now when you fail, you don't feel so bad. Now, don't get me wrong, you still don't feel great, but
Mhm.
it doesn't feel as bad. So that's kind of where I want to encourage people to kind of look at. Now, I'm saying this because I have failed quite a bit. I get a lot of no's. I get ignored. You know what I'm saying? And then I know that that's not my door. That's not my door.
Exactly. And we all have, like, every single successful person as you're speaking, I'm thinking of like Steve Harvey, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, like the list
Everybody.
goes on, Denzel Washington, like so many celebrities, artists, musicians, whatever you do. I mean, they've all had to keep trying and keep, it's kind of like sales, I feel. Like that's what I was
Ooh,
giving my mods. I always give them 20-minute messages. I drive them crazy. Bless Mimi Berry in the chat, DJJ Jonah. I always give them like
living
20-minute
life.
messages. But I was just talking about that today. It's like sales. You gotta like door knock 1,000, like 1,000. Oh, am I frozen here? Can you hear? You guys could
Oh, you
hear?
did freeze on me. You did.
Oh, whoops. Okay, here, let me see if I could try to fix this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you gotta door knock. Oh yeah, Mimi Berry says 30-minute messages. That's what I send them. But like when I'm thinking about it, sales, you gotta like door knock 1,000 doors before you get at least the 10 doors. And
Yes.
then it feels like, oh my gosh, I keep getting all these no's, I keep getting rejected. But then when the doors start coming open slowly, you're like, wow, like you almost forget about the 1,000 doors you knocked because you have
Yeah.
10 doors lined up right in
That
front of you.
momentum.
Yeah, the
Yes.
momentum. So, yeah, you got to just keep pushing whatever industry you guys are in, not just DJing, but whatever
Right.
it is that you love doing in life. Like we all got one life to live. We're not promised tomorrow. You know that, I know that. And we got to just do whatever's in your heart to do. You got to just do it cuz too many people are miserable like in their 9 to 5s. I know I was one of them. And I know people say you got to pay the bills, and what we're doing, that's why it's so refreshing talking to you, because everything you're saying I can relate to. And it takes courage to be a creator and
Oh,
entrepreneur and to step out. Like have people thought you're kind of ridiculous at all, like at times, you know like,
crazy.
yeah, same with me.
Crazy is the word.
Definitely, 100%. So
Yeah, I mean, my family, I'm blessed they are, because again, my family's what grew me that you need a 9 to 5. Don't you leave that good corporate job.
yeah.
You got a good job. Don't you do nothing crazy, and I did something crazy. So, but yes, but the good thing is my family is very faith driven. So, and they also know I've always marched in my own drum,
Mhm.
always. That they just like, well, that's Lyris. So for them, they said she'll figure it out. And even now they're like, you are still going. I said, yeah, man. They don't really understand what I do. They don't understand the creative uh aspect of what we do as creatives. I'm grateful that I have my best friend who's Garcia. We've known each other since kindergarten, and she's been my rock
Oh, that's
because
nice.
she's the only person, I will say this, in my circle who shows up and has been my cheerleader. Like, she ain't never said, lyrics that sound crazy.
Mhm.
She is never, so I think when you got somebody who's like, it don't matter how many people think you crazy, like, you're not, but it does help when you got somebody solid. Like, okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
100%.
mean, because I'm gonna tell y'all, whatever industry you're in and whatever your passion is, if you want to be an author or if you want to be a fucking astronaut, I don't know,
Mhm.
whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
People, the majority, I always say the collective is going to say you're crazy. They are. They
Mm.
just, if because if they didn't, the world would look different. Okay. So that's not, but there's going to be, if you can find or know somebody who's like, yeah, man, do it.
Mhm.
Do it. That's all you need, really, because the collective is not, they're not going to understand. They're not going to understand till you start doing it and like, now how did you do that?
Yeah.
That's it's, so it's okay. But yes, people with radio station, and now I'm really doing this. I'm really wanting to create recipes and literally get out here and get people to understand about conscious eating, right?
Mhm.
And putting music to to what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have all these ideas and they might sound crazy, but I'm like, trust me, the
I think it
communities.
goes well together. Actually, it's beats and bites, right? Your beats and
Yes.
bites. I think that is
Yes.
so dope. I love the name. So
Thank you.
basically, yeah, that was one question I had too, that you're pretty passionate about food. I was curious about what type of
Very.
recipes do you enjoy? And she was looking at developing a concept, guys, called Beats and Bites. I think
Beats
that's
and
really
bites.
dope. So a recipe book
Yes.
and with music, is it?
Yes.
Beats and
So
Bites? Yeah.
so like I was telling you, so I part of my feed, I follow a lot of chefs and vegan chefs, and that's where I learned. I mean, I cook. Like, I love cooking, and everybody knows I'm in the kitchen. If I'm not in here, I'm in the kitchen. Because I cook all my food. I like 85% of my food now I cook. So, but I love it, and I love finding new recipes. And so I see how they're doing it, content, right? It's content creation. And so I'm just gonna, I do produce. I have some beats. I haven't gotten back on my machine. You know what I'm saying? But I was gonna take some of my beats, and then as I'm giving people these recipes or ideas of alternatives. So what I know about shifting, you have to slowly shift. You have to incorporate new foods in your diet as you eliminate old foods out your diet. And so my goal, especially for creatives and DJs, because we tend not to be consciously eating. We kind of eat with
Yeah.
convenience, and I got to get this chicken wing, and we eating
Mhm.
late at night and all that stuff. So I wanted to, I am not wanting, I'm going to, because I've already created a page. It just don't have no content. I had to grab that name quick. um that I'm going to be giving those recipes and presenting how I prepare it over music. So it's beats and bites. So yeah, that, man, that was an idea, I think, well, last year or so. But Garcia, who's on here, we working together. We share, like, we I'll say we the Golden Girls because we be sharing recipes in our DM all day long.
Nice. I love that. That's
Oh, I'm
awesome.
a foodie. I
Have you
love
done
food.
like a cooking? You could incorporate like a cooking show, right? If
Yes.
you wanted, like just on Twitch as well while you're,
Yes.
forming recipes because there's a lot of people that enjoy you don't even have to you could just put the music in the background. You could put your radio station in the background, and say, "Why don't you come to
Coming with
this?"
the ideas.
I know.
Come
Just
on.
say, "Why don't you listen?" That'd be a good plug for you.
You
WLAG.
are just,
Timeless radio.
girl,
And then you can do like a cooking show. But I may need some
girl.
recipes from you because I'm eating clean. I just started like 5 days ago. So
Really?
yeah, it's like I think the first 2 days was just distilled water and this special juice, like cleaning
Okay.
out everything. And then
Yeah. Oh, you
now
doing
I'm
kind of a
doing
detox.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And now it's
Yeah.
like 4 meals a day,
Yes.
completely like vegetables, fruits, a little bit of protein, little bit of fat. But it's actually pretty big when you think
Mhm.
about it. When you eat clean, like I should be eating while I'm doing this show with you, but I'm gonna eat later, I guess. But like it's like a big like when you get vegetables and fruits, guys, you don't realize, but a lot of that is low calories. If you get a bagel, with cream cheese, that's like 2,000 calories. That's your intake. Just that little bagel
That
or
cream cheese,
burger.
girl.
Yeah, that is your
Oh.
intake for the entire day. This is why I guess people, have so many complications, right? So I'm trying it for 40 days, but it's changed my friends' lives, like clean eating.
Yes.
I'm sure you can relate to that. But for me, I'm
Yes.
having a challenge like, what do I cook? Like, I'm not totally vegan right now, but it's like, what do I cook with all these vegetables? Like, how do I make this unique or flavorful or, because I've
Hmm.
eliminated everything like processed sugar, everything. So, yeah. So I think that would be useful for people like
Oh
me
yeah.
that don't really know.
Yeah, and that's definitely on my vision board. It's literally getting, and I'm glad Garcia's in here because she's twerking and making a kale salad. Just to let you
Wow.
know that
Nice.
she that we're on
I
the
can't
same.
do either one. I did make a kale salad. I can do a kale salad. I don't know about twerking.
Yes, but no, I really do, because it's about finding those foods, because for all the things that we're talking about want to do, the food is the fuel to do it. And
Yes.
I would find myself when I would eat, like, I just had a bad, I'm a foodie, but I would eat terrible and rich food. I'm a Southern girl. I
Mhm.
love rich foods. And man, I would just be tired, brain fog,
Oh, yeah.
want to go lay down as soon as I eat. So now, I do mostly juices during the day. I love juicing.
Mhm.
Um, like she said, kale salad. I do detoxes at least periodically through the year. Um, Now, because again, the energy that I feel, the way I feel is changing just by the food. And I just want to share that with people, like all this other stuff. But I also know it's not overnight, because it wasn't overnight with me.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was not. I started this shift in 2020. I
Really?
just went
Pretty
complete
recent.
vegan this year. Yes.
Wow. So
Yes.
what about eating out? Like, do you even get options or not
Oh,
really? Is it kind of
I
hard,
do.
especially in Atlanta? Chicken
That
and
yeah.
waffles, chicken and waffles.
Ah,
Fire
see.
truck.
Now you're gonna laugh and you're gonna be like, really, Lyris?
Mhm.
Oyster mushrooms, people. Okay, oyster
Yeah?
mushrooms. Okay,
Mushrooms? For the chicken,
Babe,
right? I've
yes,
seen
for the
that
chicken.
before.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I mean, I do first of all, I stay stocked with mushrooms, but my signature dish, y'all ain't ready for this because I brought it home this past weekend, was my mushroom jerk wings.
Ooh,
So I
that
got
sounds
this recipe. I tweaked it a little bit,
mhm.
but because my signature is I was griller. My dad taught me how to grill. His mom taught him to grill. He was a griller. So I was chicken wings. Like I had these infamous chicken wings that I would
Mhm.
grill. And I was like, I can't eat that anymore. So I found a replacement with
Mhm.
these mushroom wings. And man, I brought them home and my family was they said they was a little spicy, but they be all right. But they loved them. So, for me, I'm just trying to show everybody else these options. So I'm
Mhm.
perfecting certain recipes and then I'm going to again share them out. And I've shared anybody who's asked on my stream, I've shared as much as I can and gave them the people that I follow, and I will continue, but I definitely want to, because I mean, I was the same way. I live in Atlanta, for
Oh,
God's sake.
yeah, yeah. The
It's the
South.
chicken wing capital.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely the food, and everything's rich. Like Canada, it's rich. We have every nationality here in Toronto,
Oh yes.
but,
Y'all have really
the
good food.
yeah, but the ATL, I've been there like 4 or 5 times and whew, like, the sweetened iced tea and the
Yes.
drinks and the chicken and waffles, and the chicken isn't like Canadian chicken this small. It's like this big.
That so
So,
your chicken
especially
is
in the South.
your chicken is probably the better chicken to
Looks like
eat.
they
Now you
shrinked
know that, right?
ground chicken. Yeah, probably, probably. It probably
Chicken
is.
don't supposed to be this big,
I know. No, it's not supposed to be this big, you guys. Especially when you go to Texas, you're
right?
like, "I cannot believe these ribs are, like, hanging off the plate." They're, like, this big.
Yeah.
But,
No.
your body, one thing I'm learning with this is your body doesn't need a lot. We think it's all mental. It really is in our brain. Like, we wanna have big portions, big plates.
Yes.
But my friends keep telling me this, and since I'm only on day 5 right now of this, but your body can manage off of really small amounts. Doesn't have to be huge, you know? So, but it's
No.
all
No.
mental because even doing the
Yes.
fast, I'm
And we've
like,
been
I
taught
wanna
that.
I wanna buy something. Yeah, we've been taught
Yeah,
that
we've
for
been taught
sure.
that. I mean, just growing up in my family, like when we had gatherings, you didn't see the plate. It was
Mhm.
just covered with food.
Oh, mac
Yeah.
and cheese.
And
That's
I didn't. And now they would be like, why aren't you eating? I didn't want it, but I was picky too. But
yeah,
yes, growing up in the South, we're taught that. And then you're taught to eat everything on your plate.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So that's where we get this mentality. But yeah, I think just sharing this, and I tease on my stream because they'll say, well, what you cooking, or if I'm in somebody's stream, I'm usually lurking because I'm cooking. I'm always in the kitchen.
Mhm.
So when I tell them, they be like, yeah, nah. I said, but you gotta taste it though. Okay. Like my friend said, I brought one wing for everybody when I went and came
That's
home.
hilarious. Do you wrap it? You wrap it, like, to make it like a chicken wing? I think I saw it on
Rice
YouTube.
paper. I
Oh,
use
rice
rice
paper.
paper.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
So you boil it, and it's all about seasonings, right? I don't
mhm,
even use salt. I just use really good seasoning. Once you get a good organic jerk seasoning, you're good. And then you boil it, and you got to boil it for a while so that flavor
mm,
will take. And then
mhm,
you dip the rice paper in that,
mhm.
roll it up, make your jerk sauce, and you can throw it on I do it in the air fryer.
Does it
Um,
actually taste like chicken?
It does, but baby, that texture, that mushroom
Mhm.
will bounce back at you. Okay,
Yeah?
it's a
Oh,
mushroom. Okay,
okay.
so I cut mine like you see me cut mine, and then when you you cut it and you eat it, it literally looks like meat in there. It's just mushroom meat. But if you
Oh,
just try to eat it like a wing, that mushroom gonna
yeah.
slide out on you, and it might throw you off, but it tastes
Oh,
good.
okay. Yeah, well, with all the sauces and stuff. So then do you try to find, like, say if you have a sweet tooth, like, find something, to kinda slip in there, like chickpeas or
Got you. I
different
got you.
things? Yeah?
Yes, yes, yeah. I mean, because that was my addiction with sugar. That was
Mm,
my addiction with sugar. I don't think people understand that addiction to sugar is the number one addiction in the world, is
yeah.
sugar. And so I've learned how to use in the vegan community. There's only so many ingredients that you can really use when you're cooking, but all of them work. And so, agave date syrup and coconut sugar, instead
Mhm.
of dairy, coconut milk, coconut cream. You'll be amazed at how much it tastes just like what you are used to by how you season it. And that's what I'm just going to share. It's possible.
Mhm.
But you will feel better. That's all I want to say. You will feel better.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you got to get on that beats and bites,
I
but
know.
maybe
I
start
know.
off
You're
with
gonna be my
the show.
consultant. I'm really gonna hire you as a consultant, girl.
Hey,
'Cause
hey, I'm game for that. But yeah, make sure you should, yeah, definitely, even if it's just starting with a simple show, maybe once a
no,
month or once a week. And
I
I think
think
people would be really interested, like in seeing what you have. Like I would definitely watch it for sure,
okay. I
'cause
love it.
yeah, because I'd love to learn.
And I think I'm gonna start with that mushroom chicken because clearly that's what people like. Man, Lyris, how? So that I love that idea. So we're gonna definitely get that in the works this year.
Yeah, and they
We're gonna
want
have to,
more than
yeah.
one chicken wing too. So
I'll do my best. Listen, I could not cook 6 wings for 6 people before I left here. Like that
Red
was
Ace is scared. Red Ace is like, I'm scared, but I'll try the
just get
mushroom
a mushroom
chicken.
chicken.
Great. Garcia's like, she's gonna try it, but don't give her one wing. Live in live gold is like, don't be scared.
No, because when you had that one wing, you be like, God dang, that's good. That's what's gonna happen.
I can't do it the way you guys do it in the South. You got to say this. Don't be scared. How
Don't
do
be
you guys say?
scared.
That's it. That's it. I can't do it. BNZ, how you doing? Good to
Welcome,
see you.
welcome.
Um, yeah, but yeah, no, it would be a lot healthier. So we should definitely check that. Hey, Clarky, how's it going? She's another one that's into health and
Hey,
wellness
hey,
too, Clarky,
Clarky.
as well. She's changed her
What?
diet too.
Shout
So
out
that's
to
good.
you.
And it's true, you do feel tired and you do feel, especially as we get older, we got to take care of ourselves. And as
Yes.
DJs, you're standing, you're not drinking
Oh
enough,
my God,
you're
my
you're
feet,
doing
girl.
like 6 to 8 hours, maybe 10. I've done like 12 to almost 14-hour gigs with like no
Woo!
break. Like that's insane. So and then you just go out and you just buy something late
Right,
at
because
night,
you're
right?
hungry.
Yeah,
You
because you're hungry.
hungry.
Yeah, exactly. So we got to make sure that we're, healthy and strong, right? That's really
Yes.
important. So going back, yeah. So I can't wait to see that. Look out for that, you guys. Beats and
Yes.
bites.
I'm
Now,
excited. That was great. I'm
I
gonna
got a
really do that.
question, you guys. If she were to, do a recipe book or have some combination with music, beats and bites, who would buy that? Put a one in the chat. If you would
Ah,
buy her beats and bites, her recipe book, and what some of her ideas are. I want to see some ones, see you guys throw some ones if you would be interested in seeing her vegan recipes. So Clarky's putting up a
come on,
one.
Clarky. Yeah, I got
JK
one.
Immaculate put a one. Living
One.
Live Golden put a one. Garcia put a one,
I
but she
love
wants
it.
more wings from you. So, yeah, definitely. So, that's the crazy thing is you don't need like I feel like sometimes we feel like we need a massive audience, and I know sometimes I feel that way, but really I always think about it as it goes back to sales. Like if you have a few people in your room, say it's even 100 people, right? Followers or whatever, but
Yeah,
you get the 10 people that are interested,
that's
usually
good.
get like a few percentage interested in what you have to sell, right?
Yeah.
And just speaking about it, like I'll share one quick story. When I used to work in L'Oreal, I used to be a sales rep years ago there
Ooh.
for hair salons. So they always said that, someone's sitting in your chair, and these artists are like, but I'm not a salesperson. I can't really push anything on people. I just do hair. But the thing is when someone's sitting in your chair, you're spending like an hour with them. They want to see your process. They want to see how you do your hair, what products you used. So if you're kind of explaining it to them while they're sitting in the chair, they said 85% of people would buy your product at the end
Absolutely.
of it when you just say, okay, well, you just show them the product like this. Okay, here's the product. This is what I used, and it's the same concept with you too. If you're showing people how to
Mm.
cook, you're walking through it with them and, they're kind of seeing what you're doing. They're listening to your radio show in the background. And then you walk it through them and then you say at the end, hey, I have this hat or I have these aprons for sale or a cookbook. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think it's just walking people through the
I
process and
love it.
yeah, and then,
That was
you
great.
know, Yeah, and it doesn't take like a million people. It just takes a few people, right? And word of mouth, and then it just kind of goes from there as well. So, anyways, those are a few ideas,
I
for you.
love it. That was
Yeah.
great. Now y'all be on the lookout because I'm sold. Now I just got to get this equipment in this kitchen.
Yeah.
Because I don't
And
want y'all to see my whole kitchen at this point. Like,
you
y'all
don't need anything fancy. Do you ever watch any cooking shows on Twitch? Is that
no,
what you
but I
do?
am now. I didn't even know they had cooking
Oh
shows on
yeah, there's
Twitch.
tons of them, like Mish Mish, and
Oh,
there's
you
quite
gotta
a
send.
few.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
Let me know your
I'll try to send
favorites.
you a list. There's
Yes.
I was just on Chef PLR. He's an Italian chef too.
Oh,
They're cooking in an older kitchen in Father Damien's house. Like we're there for like 8 hours. So it doesn't
man,
have to be. People are not looking at how your kitchen is, or
they
they're
want to
looking
know.
at you and looking at your food and how you interact with the chat, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I
I'm gonna
think
definitely.
you'll be good. Like I'm excited to see, hopefully you can stream or find time for that. I'm excited to see that. Like
Yeah.
I think you're onto something because there's not a lot of
You
vegan
on something?
chefs. Oh well, I don't know. Today I guess I am. I don't know. It must be all the vegetables I'm eating. I don't know. I have all
Mac,
these ideas.
I should know Mac be in these Twitch streets. I appreciate it. Yes, y'all send me your chefs. I would love to because I
Yes,
definitely want to check that out. I did
immaculate.
not know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot. There's a lot. So going back to music too, I
Okay.
want to actually, because I know the time's flying by here, but
I knew that was gonna happen.
oh yeah, I knew it would happen too. But you guys, some of the companies she's worked for, I want to list too. Fiore, uh, and also the Georgia Aquarium, Atlanta Botanical Gardens as well. But what's interesting to me is I know you mentioned earlier that you DJ'd for David Banner. So how did that
Yeah,
work out? Because
man.
that's a pretty dope opportunity.
Right? You know what? You know what? You know how it happened? The content I was posting on Instagram. It was before I even made the radio station. But
Mhm.
remember I was saying that when they was basically, preparing to fire me, I had to, they ground you. So I was like at home a lot. And so that's when I was really putting together just these ideas of just mixes and what I basically do now on Twitch. But I was just like playing with this rolling machine. And at the time, two guys that were following me. Well, first DJ Nabs, and I'm so sorry, Miss Nabs. Nabs was actually a big influence before I even moved here because he was Crisscross DJ. And
Oh,
if y'all
cool.
know who Crisscross is, you know
Yes.
what it
Love
is,
them.
right? So
Yeah.
then when I moved here and then I realized who like Nabs, I heard him on the radio and I was like, yo, this dude is cool. So I met Nabs when he did a couple of like DJ sessions. And I was like, and he's like, yeah, I follow you. And I said, what? Like I was like that at that moment, I was like, yeah, right. Like, I even had a T-Boz shirt on. I kid you not. Like I
Oh,
was, I was repping my ATL. And when he said that, I was like, cool. So another guy that he was tight with, a DJ A&R, and K1, which I don't know if people know K1.
yeah.
The
He wasn't he the rapper or that?
Well, he's
It
actually
wasn't,
was
was it?
A&R for he was A&R for LaFace, but
Okay.
he was with the Dungeon Family, and
Hmm.
now he wrote on Kendrick Lamar's All Right and works with Pharrell.
Okay.
Really,
Nice.
really cool dude. Like again, this is old Atlanta guy. So for me, and I realized he's the guy in the TLC video, baby, 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 that I used to think was cute. This is so
Oh
crazy.
wow.
It's like full
It
circle
came on.
moment. So anyway, they were following me, and I'm fans of theirs because they're like old Atlanta,
Hmm.
but I didn't even realize it. So David Banner wanted all females, all black females for his birthday
Oh, dope.
bash in Atlanta,
Hmm.
and they recommended me because
Wow.
they had seen me. They clearly liked the vibe because when I make songs, you already know my influence is Southern
Hmm.
uh classics, but hip hop. That was my first love, and Outkast is my favorite hip hop group. So to me, it felt right, but I was so floored. And I just got fired like a month ago. I
Crazy.
literally just got
Crazy.
fired a month ago. So I did that. And then David Banner invited me out the next day to talk and chat with him. That to me, it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was just like, this is amazing. And then I ran across K1 again at a music festival. And he just came, he's like, "You good?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like I'm sitting here like, you like remember me? Like,
Oh,
so
wow.
I think that's another I would just drop this. You never know who's watching you.
Yes, 100%.
That was the biggest. You never know who's watching. I didn't do that for any follows or anything. I was just putting it out there because people were like, "Girl, put the stuff out there. You sitting at home, like just put it out there." You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it was. I was just, you could go down my wall and see like them early videos of me. I was doing my little scratching. You'll see that. Like I would just put all that content out there because at the end of the day, my focus was like, what's going on this job? Like I wasn't
Mhm.
even thinking that this was possible. But I was popping up on people's radar that I didn't even know. So that's why I say you never know. That's just do it. Walk your path. You know what I'm saying? Continue to be inspired. But that's how that David Banner. That's still
Wow,
one of the best experiences for me,
that is
especially at that
amazing.
time.
Were you
At that time.
nervous? Like, were you like, "Oh, crap,
Oh
this
my
is
God,
David
I
Banner,"
was.
and there's probably a lot more people in the industry, like,
Oh,
there
I was
watching
because
too.
Ti wasn't. I mean, like when I tell you, it was Atlanta in that thing.
Mhm.
It was. But when I got the people moving and dancing, and I was nervous because it was just like such a high profile uh event. But I knew the music that they wanted to hear, so that's I wasn't too nervous because that's the other thing. I now do gigs where I'm going to be I know my demographic. I know what they want to hear. And when we're talking about Atlanta and we're
Mhm.
talking about a David Banner crowd, man, my crate was so deep. I was ready. Like I had everything. So I had a DJ Tracy Steele in there, two stepping, and she's huge here,
Wow.
and that felt good. That was my first time hiring a videographer because I did know to get a videographer for that. I said, man, I got to find me somebody to give me some footage of this.
Yeah, for sure,
That
definitely.
and it was another rapper at the time, Scotty ATL. Now he does grills. He just
Mhm.
does grills. He's huge here doing grills. I got him to, talk in the, give me a little shout out. So it was really, really cool. And I say that I was literally just starting. I just got out of Scratch Academy maybe a year and a half.
Wow.
So I'm telling you, you just never know. But don't be afraid to put your content. And I see a lot of DJs now putting their clips from Twitch and stuff. Keep doing that. Like you
Yeah,
gotta just
yeah.
keep putting the content out there. You just
So
never
true.
know who's watching.
Yeah, you never know. Like, people can come through your room and you have no idea, you know? I had the
No.
producer from the Loonies, I think, like, last year come
Whoa.
through, and I didn't know, like, and I would be freaking out, like, literally legit ducking under my turntables, because 'cause I'm like, "I used to listen to him, like, all the time, like, in high school," you know? But I
Yeah.
missed it because I miss a lot of comments in the chat
Oh
until the
my God, me
replay.
too.
But they told me, they're like, "Yeah, the producer from," and just the other day, I had a DJ from, I guess he was Jodeci's background dancer, and he's also cousins with, Anthony Hamilton, so
Oh,
I was like, "Oh, that's pretty dope,"
wow.
I
See,
was like,
man,
yeah,
you
so
just
you never know.
never know.
Definitely a few incidences with people. Another NBA player came through the other like last week
Ooh.
sometime. He does a Twitch show too. Can't remember his name, but I had to Google these people after because I had no idea. But
Was
you
it
never know.
said? Was it said Sabalas?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's him. That's
No,
him.
said,
Yeah,
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 said
that's
out
him.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he seemed pretty cool.
he does. And what's so crazy is I used to watch him play with my dad.
Oh
So it's
wow.
only a certain generation that's gonna know who he is because like that's like the 90s. And I was like, yo, is that said Sabalas? Like, and I remember people like, who the hell is that? I was like, man, that's a basketball player. But yeah, that's said he's real cool. He has a movie night
Oh,
that's really cool.
cool.
I don't know if you catch that, but that's
No, I
that's
don't.
funny.
I think I went on a show one time after. I'm like, "Who?" Because everyone was DMing me, "Hey, you know who that is?" Or no, I think Disco Darren mentioned who he was. I'm like, "Who is that? I don't know." I think I said his name wrong too, but I think it's good because just like DJ K Immaculate said in our interview, he's like, you never know who's watching you. And a lot of celebrities too, or a lot of people are actually on Twitch listening to music too,
Yes.
but they just want to blend in, right?
They
Like,
just
so
they don't
they'll,
yeah.
yeah, they just want to be
They wanna vibe.
incognito or just be under like just a different name, with
Yeah.
no picture, kind of like living live golden. How do we know this isn't a celebrity in the room? How do
How
we
we know
know?
that ain't Jill
We
Scott?
don't. We don't know. Could be someone. Let's see your
She's my
picture.
mod. She's my mod.
No, I know. I know. I know. Everyone VIP, VIP her right now. Let's find out
Right.
who this person is. But it is cool though because it's kind of like being on an Instagram live, right?
Yeah.
If you go to D
Yeah.
Nice's or some of their lives, you'll
Oh,
see
man.
like musicians and different people in the
Oh,
room
God.
and
He be having
other people at the
everybody in
same
that
time.
thing. He
But
be
I
having
would think
everybody in
Atlanta
that.
would be easy to network because it's such a music city that, like, if you get out there and really make yourself known, I mean, heck, if I was in the ATL, I'd be knocking on Def Jam. I'm like seriously like that. I will literally be at their door or find their door or find whatever out there. Like for you, is it kind of easy networking there or is it kind of
Yeah.
competitive, a
Well,
bit harder?
it's funny you said that because I've had to learn, at this tender age that I'm
Mhm.
at, that I have to decide what I want first,
True.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
And I told you energy is very important to me. So it is when you know what you want.
Hmm.
If you don't, it can be a little bit much, because you could be trying to network with something that's not really for you, and it can really crush you.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Especially because you'll see somebody else get it who you don't think is it's a lot
Mhm. Yeah.
because it is a lot of who's who. And that's why I have learned I don't get caught up in that. Like I know the people I like. I like the vibe. I like that. And if it's supposed to happen, it will happen. I
Mhm.
know how when I need help or I need somebody that I can trust, I can reach out. Like I hit up LV or Silver Knight or whoever I might need. And I mean, I will work through some stuff before I reach out. But I think it's just knowing it's knowing the pocket you want to be in. Yes, Atlanta has a lot, but I will tell you this: there's a lot of stuff that not so much. It's a lot of stuff since I've been here. Um, Politics, a lot of things, and especially for female DJs, if you
Mhm.
know what I mean.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
you gotta know what you want.
Mhm.
So I think because it can put you in some really compromising positions. Like
Yeah,
I'm just
for
being
sure.
serious. I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Um,
That's entertainment, like,
yes, it's the entertainment business.
yeah,
Yes.
especially as a female, most people don't say they're like, "Oh, no, that's not true." I
Well,
always hear them argue the point. I'm like, "Are
right.
you female? Have you seen,
Right.
getting like fighting for like, yeah, maybe with promoters or trying to get the
Oh
pay you
goodness.
deserve or like you
Yes.
learn fast, like putting your contracts in place. What would you say to other, like, I guess, women trying to get in this industry? Because yeah, a lot can be compromised if you don't have any, like conviction, I guess, for certain things. It can be very easy. You're
Yeah.
pulled in so many different directions in entertainment, right?
Yeah, I would say know what you want first. Like, and I know that might sound cliche, but no, for real. Figure out what it is that you really want to do. Like, and then find your tribe. To find the like-minded people that can help you. I think everybody needs a mentor. I believe in it. But mentors and that I'm open to be a mentor because I have a mentor, so I know giving back and what that does and just how it feels to share. Um, to find people who are willing to help you and not want something from you. And again, that's going to be an energetic compass. Okay. So, I mean, I will say experience taught me that, but also learning myself and learning what I want and why I want something. I would say that as a female DJ here, there's a lot of opportunities. I'd say there's opportunities anywhere you want. You create, you figure out what you want, and then the inspiration will come. It will all come. Just like us talking, you talking about me streaming. Like I didn't expect that today. So you just
Mhm.
dropped that. That's what I mean. So, but that's something I want. So the fact that I already established that's something I want, then it already attracted to me an idea or a person who can assist me or share their ideas or basically what we've been doing for this last hour, 2 hours or so. So
Mhm.
that's what my biggest thing. And just take your time. Like nothing is overnight. Everything is a process. And I've learned enjoy the process. That's where the fun is.
Mhm.
Enjoy that. Enjoy figuring it out. Because man, I just gave that advice to my cousin. Like, she has so many ideas. And I said, but do you really want to do that? Do you really want to do that? Like th- I've have you felt like there's all these things you see, but you think you want it, but have you really thought, do you want that? Do you really know? And when you can go down social media now and you can figure out what a lot of this stuff is gonna lead to or what it's gonna look like or what it might ask of you, right? What an expectation is. And that's why I say you gotta know, but then you gotta have people that can mentor you and give you some advice and that you trust. And that's again, that's an energy thing that you gotta kind of know about yourself. That
Yeah,
we all do in some capacity.
No, that's some great advice. There's one statement that you made in another interview that I loved. It says, "If I'm not working in my passion, I'm just existing in someone else's agenda."
Whew.
That is powerful.
Did I say
Yeah,
that?
you said that. I was like, "Dang, I
Dang, that
gotta
was
write this
good.
down." I'm like, "We're gonna get along, man," because when I saw that, I was like,
Yes.
so powerful. Let me say it again for you
Yes.
guys
Say that
that that
again.
that didn't quite hear it. Let me say it for the people in the back. It says, "If I'm not working in my passion, I'm just existing in someone's agenda."
Damn. Yes. Man, that is as somebody who was doing that for 15 years. You
Mhm.
see, like that's just me speaking from the experience and then being on the other side. But yes. And it's okay where you're at now. That's all I'm saying. It's okay if you are, but just find out what it is that you want to do. Because as you're in somebody else's agenda, okay, and I'm not gonna go matrix style on y'all, not tonight,
Mhm.
but you got time to truly find what it is you like. Because with this overload of information now, it's at your fingertips. It's here, like it's just this world of all types of things. So the advice I would give my younger self,
Mhm.
I know you do not like this shit. Okay. It is bullshit. It's political bullshit, Lyris. But make a plan. Make an exit plan, right?
Mm.
Take this capital, aka your 401k, because your 401k is your capital. Okay. I learned when my dad passed before he retired. Don't think that money is just for retirement. No, that's the money that you've already paid your dues in somebody's agenda to fund your dream. That's your funding. You ain't got to go to no bank. That's your fund. Okay? That's what I would have told her. Girl, that's your fund. So as you're building your fund and the company is matching you,
Mhm.
okay? So max out,
Mhm.
right? Make your plan, find out what it is you want to do and say, "See ya."
Yeah.
Once you
100%.
got it. And you got your fund.
Mhm.
Trust me. The idea of what a 401k is to our parents and our parents, that's I'm gonna tell y'all now, as I worked in the banking industry, you should pay attention to what's happening. Okay, there's a shift happening, so you need to be more aware of how that money really is used and how you can use that for you. That's all.
100%. I just actually had a talk with a manager today. I think I told you about that because in Canada they're really pressing digital ID
Yes.
and
Oh
biometrics. It's
wow.
actually like quite scary.
Yes, I
Like
didn't. So they pushing that up there. Ooh,
oh,
we.
huge. Like,
I knew it was
actually, I
coming. I
only
didn't know it
have
was
till
that
Monday. I only have
fast.
till Monday to figure out things, and it's just like, oh man, this is like people are.
Fast.
I think people need to stay woke because people think you're conspiracy or crazy, but they're not
We're
seeing.
truth tellers. That's
Yeah,
what
they're not seeing
spoiler
what's coming
alerts.
down in the pipelines because people are distracted or they're busy or,
Yes.
they're watching the news or they're just trying to
Woof.
survive after, like,
Yeah, a
whatever's
long
happened the last couple of
yes,
years.
yes.
But, like, yeah, so it's actually been quite a little bit concerning for sure, especially with the banking. And, the manager actually just said today that the next 5 years is gonna change for everyone, the banking, because 'cause they're trying to make everything
Digital.
universal. Yeah,
Yes,
digital,
u
cashless,
universal digital money,
universal.
yes.
And when you think about it too, like, and I know this is kind of politics, but it sounds like you're on the same page with me
Oh, yeah,
too.
girl.
But, like, even like Russia and China combining currencies and eliminating
Yes.
kind of the US currency, and I
Did you
kind
notice
of
how that wasn't that did you notice how that wasn't headline news? Like,
no,
when that stuff you
nothing's
remember what was headline news when that was happening?
yeah,
That's how I just
nothing's
say
headline.
people
A lot of
yeah.
headline stuff is actually my friend's been telling me has been on TikTok, and I used to laugh at her, but now I'm watching it and I'm like, "Oh, shoot, maybe that's why they wanna ban the app because there's a lot of news." There's actually a lot of kinda real stuff being reported around the world, like, especially on this TikTok app,
Yeah. Oh,
compared
yes.
to because those apps are no different from, like, Facebook, Instagram, all the apps that kinda track you. But yeah,
Right.
I don't know, the digital ID is definitely that's definitely concerning, and they basically say if you, don't do anything, you're consenting. So if you don't say but
You
we're
won't
not
know about it, so you're
yeah, we don't
consenting
know
without
about it.
knowing.
Yeah, we don't know about it, but they have it in their, terms that you're
Ooh.
consenting if you don't, but no one received any letters, no one knows anything about it, and so anyways, it's a long
I
story.
hope y'all listening to that. I
Yeah,
hope
it's
y'all
crazy.
are paying attention, like, this is happening.
Yeah, it is. It is actually
Happening.
happening, and you have to get ready and know, and like you said, you gave some really great advice there. We don't know in the future if we're gonna even have RSPs. You don't even know if tomorrow you're still here tomorrow, right? So you
So you
have to
gotta live
really know,
today.
like, well, A, I feel like I'm a firm believer in faith too, that you have to know where you're going or you have to know his plan. That's just what I believe. You have to kinda know we're none of us are guaranteed tomorrow, and I know it sounds kinda deep, but this is the world we're
We
living
love it.
in, right?
We love
Right
deep.
now. Yeah, this is the world we're living in, so we have to
Yes.
really kinda get ready for, and who are you putting your trust into, right? Because all these
Yes.
things don't matter. I mean, following's great, building your career, doing all these things, but I think we gotta live for more, and I think you
Yes.
you learn that when you go through a lot of losses with your father too. I'm sure it changed
Oh,
the direction.
yeah, that was that was the first shift. That was the big first shift,
Yeah. Yeah.
28. Now he was my best friend. So it
Wow.
was like, I didn't know how to but I didn't know how to grieve.
Mhm.
I didn't know that like there's a process. You got to learn how to grieve and then the things and choices that resulted from me not grieving,
Mhm.
kind of just led down this path, but it also unfolded all these other things that we talked about.
Mhm.
So, he's a gift that keeps giving. And my tribe knows, they know that I believe death is about transcending it. So when people die, they're with you. They're with you more than they were in the physical. But
Mhm.
that's just because that's how I feel that energy and presence. So, for me now, I'm just looking at life and living differently than I did before he passed.
Yeah.
I
That's
didn't,
so true.
so I get that. But I will tell people, just start being aware and asking questions. It starts with asking questions.
Mhm.
They distract you so you don't ask questions. Start asking those, just like, man, that was strange. Yeah, that wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You can't live your life in fear. Hey, Mandy, mama, thank you again for
What
the
up? Cow money
subscription.
D.
2 months strong with me. I appreciate that, Mandy, mama. I won't use the echo on you because some of them don't like it, but maybe I will. We'll see. But thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate that. We got
Shout out to
Cal
y'all.
Money D in the building as well.
Oh, money
Yeah, we
D.
should be asking these questions, that too many are not asking, and it does change you. How, one thing I could recommend to you too. I know it's been a few years, but loss is something that you kind of never get over. Like it's just always with you, right? Always with you in
Mhm.
the heart, especially the people that you've loved and cared about. But one thing that actually helped me and literally saved my life in Toronto was doing grief share. So if you ever
Ooh,
get a chance to Google it,
grief
it was,
share.
yeah, it's called Grief Share. It was a course, and I stubbornly went, but it's a course that really helped me just get through grief and navigate and
That's
you know
good.
yeah, and you can go to different things without even thinking, like overeating. I went to eating, I went to shopping because it gives you a high, then it gives you a low.
Oh,
It's not so
that's
much
good.
yeah, it's not so much the common things like drugs or drinking or multiple partners or whatever people's things are. Like
They're vices.
it could be over shopping, or it could be
Yes, these are real things. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
So that's
yes.
one thing I learned in grief that kind of helped me, like, okay, why are my behaviors a certain way or what have you? And
Very
it just
right.
helped put the
Yeah.
pieces together. And you meet people that have gone through those things too, right? That you can relate to. So definitely Google if you get a chance,
Okay.
it really is.
I'm definitely gonna do that because that's just a good resource. I did, I guess, long division, and it led me to therapy, which I would highly recommend.
Yeah.
Because red A's, mood swings, yes, that I was experiencing mood swings. Like I was like, yo, something is up because I'm popping off. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that's a very good tip. I thank you for sharing that though. Yeah, because
Yeah, for sure.
people ask like, how do you how because I'm at the age, a lot of my peers are losing their parents.
Hmm.
Um, I lost mine at 28. I still got my mom, and I'm very grateful. But that's what I spend most of my time with when I go home. I love spending time with my mom, because now I'm at a place to really appreciate that. It took a loss for me to really see that, but people are like, "Well, how do you deal with it?" And I said, "Well, I don't feel that loss. He's not here, and there's things I want to talk to him and touch him, but in a way I talk to him like a spirit. Like, I truly believe that. So, I miss him. I miss the things we used to do. Like I miss that. And I would love to hear his insight on the craziness of this world right now.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's really good. And this is just a time where people are losing people. Like it's a lot. People are losing people fast. And that's a really good tip. So thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna definitely share that grief share.
Yeah,
Definitely check
for
that out.
sure, for
Yeah.
sure. And I reluctantly, stubbornly went,
I understand.
like, I did not wanna go, but
I
I
understand.
look back and think, "Man, like, that literally saved my life,"
I was about to say that
Yeah.
when I've learned that the thing that I don't want to do the most, I like, damn it, I really got to do it because the way I feel about I don't want to do it means that I got to do it. Like that's like an indicator now. Like I know because if I don't do it, there's some really fucked up shit's about to happen. If
Yeah,
I
for
ignore
sure.
that, yeah,
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 definitely. You can't ignore it because if
you
you stuff it,
cannot,
then
you
it's gonna
cannot.
resurface somewhere, right? Could resurface on the highway when you wanna kill
It
someone
Oh
or,
god, it
it
pops
can
up
yeah,
and
it
it's
does pop up,
rude. It's
for sure.
rude when it pops up.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, definitely check that out. And I know you guys were going to be wrapping up here soon because I know you're starting your show at 7:30. Was it or
Yeah, yeah.
earlier?
I said
Or
whenever we will
oh
finish,
yeah, whenever we
I was
finish.
like, we'll
Okay.
go with the flow because I knew we was gonna be chatting it up.
Oh yeah, I knew
I
that.
just knew because your energy's good, and I was like, I didn't even know you looked at all the other stuff I did, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Girl, I forgot about that gym. I was like, dang, yeah,
I'm a private eye. I'm a private investigator. I have a lot of notes here. A lot of notes
good,
right here.
good for you.
A lot of notes
That's
from you.
good.
I feel like I know your life already, so
That's
it's
well, I like
perfect.
it. I appreciate that. Yes,
Yeah. No,
there's a lot more, girl.
yeah. No, I knew we would definitely get along because I just listening to some of the quotes and some of the things that you said in prior interviews, I'm like, wow, like definitely on the same wavelength, like with, the way you think, like I'm definitely there too. But this, I'm gonna also go back to the music, something a bit later too. And you were also on Soul in the Horn.
Oh
So,
man.
that's such a huge opportunity. I was gonna ask you how that came about, Soul in the Horn, and I can
Man,
see
I'm
that
so
you fitting
glad
in
you
there.
asked that. Listen, Natasha Diggs, y'all.
Mhm.
Okay. That was a great, and I got on there twice. Twice.
Wow, that's amazing.
Like that, yes.
Well
And for her
deserved.
to, huh?
Well deserved too,
Thank
for you
you.
getting
No,
on there.
thank you for real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. I was feeling a little down around the first time they reached that. Like when they reached out, I was in in comparison mode. I was
Mhm.
feeling like, man, like it was Twitch. I was like, man, my Twitch is just not taking off. I just cannot
Mhm.
get people to come to Twitch. Like I am trying. Instagram keeps cutting me off because I would try to get people from Instagram. I was just feeling defeated, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
What happened was a member of LaBelle passed, and Solon and Horn reposted a WLAG Timeless Radio video. And I was like, I've been following because I've been following Natasha for years. So I was
Mhm.
like, word?
Wow.
Then I literally got a DM. Literally, I promise you, like I think it was the next day or so, and they invited me on there. And I said, was that WLAG that did that? Like I was like, how and I remember just sitting there like, oh my God. Like to me, that was so huge because first of all, Natasha Diggs is definitely somebody who inspires me because what she has done is basically in the same realm of what I'm trying to do. She created her own lane
Yeah.
and Soul in the Horn, and she has a team, and they have just done amazing things. They tour the world as she twirls. Listen, it's
Yeah.
just amazing.
It's
Okay.
crazy. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So she's such an inspiration and such her spirit is really great. Like, and
Mhm.
her story is great. But that experience was so good because I got to play in front of an audience that they do hear different music, but I made my sets all horn inspired. So even though I play R&B and classics, I was playing all that funk and that horn stuff, and for her to like it and respond, and for them to ask me back was, and I was on there with Nina Soul, which is huge. Nina is amazing too. So when I looked at the bill, I said, "What?"
Mhm.
Like again, it was like that David Banner experience. It really was. It was just like me, it was just really surprising, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the energy from, her audience. And again, I got some more follows from that, but it wasn't about the follows. It was just really
Mhm.
being sharing that stream with them and them enjoying it, even though it was a little different, but it was the same, and I really, really was just so thankful for her. And I'm really thankful that she does that. She continues to put DJs on, and she really focused on female DJs. Like I
Yes,
really
yes, she
love
definitely
that.
does. Yeah.
She really does that. So that was just a great experience. I'm so glad you brought that up. I kind of, I'm blessed. I really am. And I will say it's the content. You do one thing and you never think about what it's gonna do. You just post it, you know? And for it to just lead to these opportunities is that's why I say what's for you is for you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Isn't it crazy that, like, don't you feel like that's kind of a bit of a sign though? It's like, because 'cause I've had those moments too where you
absolutely.
felt super low or you're just like,
Yes.
"I just wanna quit." Like, there's just no point putting in all this work and you're just not in the greatest mood, and then the next day, you may have
Boom.
something happen to you that a door opens that is
Boom.
unexpected and it just changes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I just try to be a living testimony to it. When I tell you I understand, I have low moments. Y'all see me, I'm happy, yes. But baby, I have moments where I'll be like, oh my God, this is just I just be like, I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? What should I be doing more of? What I should be doing less? You do that. It's natural. Have I have a great tribe. I really do. I really, really do. And I have people that they call me and they can hear it in my voice, you know, and they can say, they always can give me a different perspective. Or like a situation like this will happen.
Mhm.
and it's just not even, and so those are all signs. Those are all signs of, again, you're walking in your purpose. It's like when you see angel numbers, it's literally like, okay, I know I'm on the right path. I was feeling low, and then this just came out of nowhere, or somebody gave me an idea that I didn't even think, but it's a brilliant idea. So I look at all those as just cues from the source, God, universe.
Mhm.
That's how I look at it. So yes, thank you for bringing that up, because I had shouting out Natasha. I'm a big fan, because you was asking who I'm inspired by. Now you bringing up all these people, like, yeah, them too. Yes, them too. There's a lot of people I follow that inspire me a lot.
Yeah, so true. Hey, DJ Fudge, I see you
Fudge.
coming through too. Good to see you. Yeah, so if you guys have any last minute questions, definitely drop them in the chat for DJ Lyris. If you guys have any questions, definitely drop them in the chat too. I'll be sure to catch them, and that would be great. Yeah, that's so true. That's awesome, and I think everyone goes through that, and it's not. You know how hard it is pulling people from Facebook or other
Oh,
apps like Instagram. I mean, you have the following on Instagram, but I gotta link you up with Full Blast Radio. Do you
yeah.
talk to him or know him?
No, because help me, because these
Yeah,
people do not want to leave. They
he
see,
had.
they'll be
Yeah,
like, they'll be on Instagram like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So come
He had the
here.
same story. Like he kind of blew up during the pandemic from his YouTube page, been doing it for years. And then I don't know what his YouTube page is at, probably like 85,000 or something now, I guess.
Wow.
But it was the same thing. He would jump on YouTube and try to play, and he's like,
Mhm.
"Okay, guys, we're shutting down YouTube. We're going to Twitch." And it's like,
No.
it was a small crawl to get more of those people there. But I don't know, like, I'm trying to think. I know you put, your music, like, you play just for the WLAG, Timeless Radio. What about posting some of your Twitch clips there
Oh,
too?
I've
You've
done
done
all
that
that.
there? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure
What
if I
was
saw any there.
happening? Well, Imma tell you, I've been playing, so what I've done all of that, girl. Now
Mhm.
Imma tell you.
I thought I saw them on your personal page, but I remember
Oh,
seeing the
they
others
you had to go
music.
back, because I had
I gotta
stopped
go back.
on the radio, because what had happened was I got shadow banned.
Mhm.
My WLAG page,
Oh,
I
shoot.
would have been well over 100,000 if I didn't get shadow banned. I got shadow banned almost a year. I've just started getting more visibility again, but not like it used to be. My videos were getting 20, 50,000 views. It was
Oh,
crazy.
wow. Is it
Yeah.
because you're, playing copyright music,
It could
maybe?
be that.
Yeah, that
I
probably is
noticed,
that.
what I was noticing, I think it was when I was going live. I was doing like he was doing. He was going
Oh,
live.
yeah,
I was
don't go live, don't go
And then
live.
trying to bring them over,
Yeah.
and then I stopped, but they, honey, when I tell you they shut off my spigot, like, I
Oh,
was
yeah, I
not
can see
getting
that.
I
Yeah.
wasn't getting the visibility, because I
Oh.
was posting the Twitch, videos as well, and they weren't going. So what I had started, and I think I did this last year, because again, the whole time capsule, and the thing that I'm, when you go to my Twitch stream, I'm like DJing on a capsule, and it spins and all that.
Mhm.
That was when I kind of did a just a rebranding of the station, and then I started trying to do little clips there, and they weren't, like, I would post my regular whatever day it was. If it's Taste the 80s Tuesday, I'll post that. That thing will get maybe 5,000 views. I'll post my little Twitch video, it'll get 200. It would get 300. I
Yeah, if
said,
you're putting anything Twitch, I heard that they kind of
yes,
try banning it. It's
they
kind of
will.
like, using saying the other app that starts with a K here. We
Yes,
won't say it here,
right.
but
They
I
don't,
heard it's
they,
the same thing. And
they
it's
don't like,
also the algorithms, and it could also be a bit of luck too, like when it spirals. Because it's not really, and I want to make sure I say this to streamers, that it's not really how great you are as a DJ or how great your content is or your shows. A lot of it has to do with a little bit of luck, a little bit of the algorithms, right?
it's a
Because
combination.
yeah, because even on Twitch, I'm noticing it's kind of getting a little bit like IG and Facebook, where
Yes.
like I follow some people even here in the chat, but I never see
See
them.
them
Like I
on your,
never see them on.
yes.
And they should be under the following
Well, they
list.
should.
They used to, but they're
It's
not
a
there.
select amount
Yeah,
now.
and I've checked it lots of times, and I'll go into someone's set, and then I'll log out, and I'll see if they're in my follower list, and they're not there. So your show almost looks invisible to people
Damn.
too sometimes.
Wow.
So and Facebook only shows to 2% of your friends list. It doesn't show to everyone. Yeah.
2%?
So when you're constantly posting, 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 and I've seen this on Facebook all the time, like everyone's like, "Hey, how come everyone's just ignoring me or they're not saying anything back to me?" Well, because our content only shows to, like, if you're clicking, for example, talk shows and I have my talk show on, then I'm going to pop up for you, right? Or if I'm
Oh,
like, clicking or googling health, then any of my friends that are into health, they're going to pop up. That's how they have it down. Like now, it's not.
oh.
It's like Social Dilemma. If you watch the film, it's very interesting on
Mm.
Netflix about
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah, no, it makes
So,
sense.
so then everyone's thinking, oh man, how come I'm not like how come I'm not being shown or people aren't coming to my show? Well, I think it's all those factors
Yeah.
combined,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because look, so my mentor and I do KPIs. So we're tracking everything. So you can see all these things that have happened. And we were trouble. We was like, what could it be? He would research articles. And I would tell him, I don't think it's one particular thing. I would reach out to other content creators like my radio page. And it would be the opposite for them. I said, I'm grateful for the surge that I got. I'm grateful for what it did. I'm grateful for what it's brought. Right now, we in a little downturn. That's
Mhm.
okay. So I'm going to have to, and that's what I do. I go to the next thing. But yes, those are the moments that I will say that can get you down, because it would. I would keep seeing this, and I'm like, okay, so what am I doing? Do I need to post at a different time and this? And like you said, it's different variables. So you gotta not internalize it, which is hard. But yes, so I said that what I'm going to do for the radio station this year, and in this quarter, because I do everything by quarter, is I'm gonna have the schedule up on the website. And somebody asked when I stream. Right now I'm streaming on Wednesdays at 7:30, because my gigs in real life have been picking up, and I'm using that money, like I said, to
Mhm.
invest in everything that I have these dreams about. So right now I'm just doing one day, and I will do pop-ups. But now Honey gave me another idea, so we got some other things brewing. But the thing is that I'm just going to try to get more of the scheduling of it, and then start trickling those videos back into the page just to see. But again, I'm not overly relying on anything at this point. I know if I got an idea, shoot my shot, right? And then just keep going to the next thing. Because like you said, there's no certain formula to this stuff. It is kind of like,
Mhm.
I say manifesting. I say it's more of, what you're energetically drawing, and when it's supposed to hit, it'll hit. It'll hit. So
Mhm. And maybe not music, like, in terms of Instagram, if they're kicking you off, but I don't know if you just go on there and speak, like, speak or do a few lives, like,
yes,
there's
I do
different
lives. I actually, yeah,
Okay.
I did a live this actual Sunday. That's one
Oh,
reason I went home.
okay, that's good.
New Edition. I went for the New Edition concert, and they had a exhibit ceremony. They did a special
Awesome.
exhibit for them. And
Mhm.
I said, oh, I was gonna go for me because I'm a fan.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then the idea, like when I was driving, was like, yo, you need to go live, because I'll go live when I
sure.
go to concerts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They don't trip off that. And the people respond, they love it. And again, I'm just trying to promote, you need to go see this concert. I also have a t-shirt of this artist as well on my website, type deal. But
Mhm.
yes, the lives, and a thing I'm actually thinking I need to do more videos and show my face more. So that's, again, it's like talking to the people and saying, hey, this is a radio station as well, come on over. So yeah, I those are also things I know I can do as far as content on that page, is just showing my face and talking more, and seeing if that would help.
And are you comfortable doing that on your own too,
Oh,
or are you still
well,
taking
if you
Mhm.
got some suggestions, honey, I'm always open. But yeah, I
I don't know,
mean,
I still get nervous being on my own. Like, you're gonna
oh
see that
no,
when you have to set up, I'll be like,
oh man, Twitch is
Yeah.
like. you would never think I used to have like stage fright, boy.
Mhm.
But no, I taught martial arts. I don't know that's probably not even any of the interviews I've done, but I taught martial arts in college. That broke that fear of speaking for me.
Oh,
Like
okay, that's good.
I runs my mouth.
Yeah. I'm a talker too, but I feel like it's easier behind the turntables when you have music and you have other stuff. But when you're just right here and,
Yeah. But
and then you're like, "Oh, there's no one else here left. I'm so
yeah,
magnified." You know? I get used to it. Much easier with a guest. That's why I was
yes.
like, I'll be like, "Hurry and switch your equipment. Do it quickly. Do it within 2
Yeah.
minutes." You know? Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
good. That's good that you can do that. And
Yeah.
that's good. They should see the face more behind, your
Yeah,
timeless
I do.
radio too. So they get familiar
Yeah,
and
that's I've been thinking, and I was like, I was doing it, but when you said you haven't seen it, I was like, yeah, it's getting buried because I post every day. I post
Oh, wow,
these.
really? Actually, I've
Yeah, I
never
mean,
seen
on
anything.
W.
Yeah. See, I didn't follow I didn't even know until I started Googling you the WLAG Timeless Radio, but with you, like, I followed you, but I don't see any posts or anything, you know?
Oh no, the
And then on
radio
Twitch.
page. Yeah, the
Yeah, the
radio
radio
page is
page.
every day because there's a theme every day. I got Motown Mondays, Taste the 80s Tuesdays, and so I post the video every day.
Oh, okay.
And that's just because I actually love it,
Yeah.
and that's just always I always think of whatever song hits me. I always like that's what the universe is telling me to go ahead and post. I just, it's kind of just fun that way. But no, on my personal page, I do not. I used to post personal stuff, and I said, nah, this is DJ Lyris. If you want to see personal, you can get to know me. You can come on Twitch, or you can watch my Insta story.
Yeah.
But because I like I said, there's a lot of layers.
Mhm.
And I just want DJ Lyris to be more of content of what I'm doing. So this is like about beat beats and bites or cooking or any gigs or any streams or this radio show, anything that's coming up with DJ Lyrics, this is where you can find that content. But the personal side of me, I like to I kind of like people to either see it through Insta stories or actually come on Twitch because I think that's how you really get a better gauge of me, of who I am and what I'm about pretty
Yeah,
much.
for sure. You must have a lot of terabytes of music then.
Yes, girl.
So if you're running
Um,
24/7, like, do you
Let me
even know
see.
how many terabytes of music you have? You
I
probably have a
think
lot.
yeah. I mean, it's the crazy thing is all my music's not out in here. I
Wow.
actually need an intern. So you can't see, but there's like 4 boxes in this hallway of my dad's CDs that
Mhm.
have not even made it on my computer or the radio station computer. So the music that you hear, that's all just my stuff. That's not his albums, that's not my albums. I have remixes and remixes and remixes and remixes. I literally need all of that music digital. That's why I need an intern. I
Oh,
actually need
that's a lot.
somebody. Yes, because that's I said I have so much music and I'm blessed between me and my father. But what I play and what y'all hear is only a fraction. It's only a
Wow.
fraction of really what I have. And I don't even play everything that's on this computer, really. Like I said I'm gonna do some pop-up 90s alternative 90s, like some 80s rock. Like I really haven't gotten all the way into the things that I have, because
Mhm.
I've been kind of just focused in this one area for
And how do you
Huh.
organize it? Like, you literally do
Whew,
you do it, like, a day or 2 prior? Like, how do you? Because if it's
yeah.
running 24/7,
Oh,
how do you
so the
organize
the
it?
software does it. So I just
Oh.
load this. I load
Oh.
the program, and then I go in and periodically schedule blocks
Mhm.
of music. So I don't want it to be so random that I want you to hear kind of like a radio station. You'll hear certain songs like every day from 12 to 2, you're going to hear New Jack because that's
Mhm.
pretty much one of my favorite genres.
Mhm.
And it's just it's that to me is up tempo. It's what I work out to and everything. So
Mhm.
you're going to hear TLC, you're gonna hear Bobby Brown, you're gonna hear New
Nice.
Edition, you're gonna hear all of that. So that's what I go in and do. And I periodically go and reprogram. And then sometimes I'm in here just playing songs for y'all. Like I literally, if I'm in here because I have it on, I will just curate it however I feel because the blocks are already set up. I just got to go in and rearrange. But what I'm talking about is bringing new music in there,
Oh,
like and
okay, yeah.
creating new blocks, like a funk block, just straight funk, or
Oh,
even do a
that's cool.
jazz block,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
all my dad's jazz records and CDs and stuff like that. Like that
Mhm.
stuff's not even on there because I haven't.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is that it. It's year three. Which it's still a
Mhm.
baby. But this is where I was saying I really do need an intern. I really do need somebody to help me at this point. Now I'm looking for a team because
Mhm.
the things that I have and want to do for me to sit down and truly do it, I wouldn't even be able to stream to y'all on Wednesdays, that little
Oh,
one little
yeah.
day.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
You
But
know it.
yeah, but the commercials, definitely try maybe some of those. I think that will help you. That will help bring
Yes.
in advertisers and bring in people that, are willing to support and like it, like what you're
Yeah, and
doing.
I'm definitely gonna, if you don't mind, pick your brain. If you
Yeah.
know, and whatever I can pay a subscribe or whatever, because I really do appreciate any advice. I appreciate any input that you have because you have the experience, but also you have a different perspective.
Mhm.
So
For
I
sure.
definitely
Yeah.
appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna be hitting you up.
No problem. Definitely will. And I'll link you with some of those other guys that I talked about earlier. And so I'm going to leave you probably with the last couple questions, and then we're
Okay.
going to raid into hurry you guys for an after party. Hopefully, you're not too tired either.
No, man, I got some juice. I got some juice in my tank. I'm gonna
Okay. So
pull
make
out
sure
this
you
smoothie in my
Oh, that's
refrigerator.
good. Okay. If you need a few minutes, that's okay too.
Okay.
I'll just be a few minutes uncomfortable
Yeah.
for an after minute. Leave me. I'll be like, oh
The
man.
soul fam man, I know my soul family chatted up with you. I know. I
Okay,
mean,
that's good.
Garcia already
Yeah,
putting
it's
out
the
my
worst
business.
when they don't chat, like, and you're just like, "So, guys,
Oh my
what's"
goodness,
it feels like
girl.
you're talking to a refrigerator, that's why.
Crickets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, I was gonna say, what would be on your ultimate, like, DJ or even radio or, like, your bucket list if there could be anything that you would wanna do, Could be, like, playing in an arena or with someone or your radio show taking off like other shows. What would that look
I'll
like?
share this. I will definitely share this one. This one I've had for a while and I'm still keeping my fingers crossed, but I actually want to start learning how to be like a concert like director. Like I want to put sets together for artists on concert series. So my first dream was to put a concert together of all female groups. Um that's like TLC, SWV, Escape, Total, Jade, In Vogue, all those ladies and 702. Did I'm leaving out anybody, y'all? And literally being the DJ, but also putting like the sets together, like getting their songs and stuff together and really like doing that. I want to learn how to I really would like to go on tour and just learn how to do that stuff. Cause Janae, yes. I really would love that. I think it would be cool. And I told you about the female empowerment. And we just have you seen a all female concert, a 90s, any just concert? Like that would be so dope if they could get their stuff together, ladies. Um, that would be something I really want to do. That way I can combine all of it. It's DJing, it's curating, but it's also learning from these artists. Like I'm a sponge, so I want to know the stories. I want to learn how this stuff operates. I want to know all the in and outs of this stuff cuz I'm a concert goer junk. I mean, me and my best friend literally we just go to concerts. Like this is our thing. This has been our thing for years. But I just love it. I love live entertainment. So that's my dream. I'm going to
That's
manifest that.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, I was also thinking too, like they have all female showcase here called a Honey Jam.
Mm,
That's actually where I got part of my name from
I like that,
Honey
the
Jam. Like
honey
growing
jam.
like watching it for since I was 15, right? But
Yeah.
I also notice a lot of guys bring in these artists, and I would love to, like, yeah, bring in these artists. Like a lot of these guys, you'll see all men bring them in, but you never seen a woman bring them in, or like you said, an all female showcase.
Yes.
I think I checked that like about 15 years ago, and it was expensive. I'm talking like it's probably even more now, but like 30 to $50,000 to bring in like Salt and Pepper or some of these artists.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I bet.
it's a huge like production. Like it is literally like a mortgage payment by, well, not here in Toronto because mortgages are like $1 million out here for a shack. So, but I mean, yeah, it's expensive. But like so these guys will put a lot on the line and they'll team up and invest
Oh.
$10,000 each.
Ah, see, they okay,
But when you're
that's
bringing in these artists, like, you're talking, like, 30 to $50,000, maybe even more, so you have to, make sure that it goes well, like, tickets are selling, and I would love to try that at least one time, but just
no, that
my
would be
blood
cool.
pressure rising with pulling out that much money is a lot, but I think any old school artist would sell out, like, I think it would do well, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
This is the time. I mean,
mhm,
that's why I'm so surprised a lot of these artists have not reconciled because your music that you made 30 years, 25, 30 years ago is timeless, right? And you can continue to tour this till you literally leave this earth. You
mhm.
can. And your music will still being played, So I think they get lost in the ego because I'm like, people want to see you.
No, they do, they do. Like
We
Jodeci, I was looking up, their tickets were like $500-600. I'm like,
damn.
"Boy, come on."
Is
Like,
that what the SWV concert?
no, it was Jodeci.
I mean, I know
I
they're
looked them
going
up
on
in
tour.
Buffalo, and it was like
Okay.
$500-600. I'm like, I know, Escape I wanted to go to in Detroit, but that was like close to 200, and that's too much for Canadians. Our dollar's horrible. It's like half yours, so
Oh, they are
that would have been
tripping.
close
You
to
need to well, then you need
$400.
to come down to Atlanta, honey. Come catch these concerts down here in the South.
Yeah.
Get
If
some
you
of these
came
Southern
here, you'd be getting
prices.
money back. If you came to Canada, you'd be getting money back.
Okay,
So,
well, I'll definitely
yeah,
do that. I already
'cause our
told you I'm
dollar
coming to Canada
yeah, because our your dollar is double our dollar, so you'd be
for
rich if you
now,
came here.
right? For
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Let's see, but that's cool, and then the last question I have before we raid into you is, what would be on your life bucket list? So if there's anything that you could do in your life, like, besides, like, career or DJing or anything that you would wanna do, say if you had, like, a month, you know, before you pass, what would that look like to you?
Um, it would definitely just be traveling. Literally, I'm gonna have to travel to every continent. I already got a list of countries that I still got left to get to. Even in each like my 2 3 years, like this year, it's Peru. I'm doing something in Peru. Like I got all these, so it would just literally be traveling, soaking up cultures, like that would be it. That I mean, to me, that is the true dream. To tour, to travel the world and do what I love, the ultimate. But
Mhm.
if I could just do it and not work, that'd even be better.
Yeah,
Um,
I know, right?
so I could just soak it in. But yeah, traveling, seeing the world, that's the ultimate for me. That's it. Like, and I'm talking about exploring all parts of this globe.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
hear you. Ooh, Jonah says Belgium is awesome, Korea.
Korea,
You've been
yes.
to those places, Jonah? Is there something you're not telling us?
I didn't ever think about Belgium. Now that had never been on my radar, but I will check
Yeah,
it out because you
that's
done put it on
cool.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, hot air balloon, yes. And
Tam
oh
says
yes,
African safari. That would be dope.
yes. And I've been to Africa, but I was on Ghana. I want to go to the East Coast. I want to, hit it's so much that I am just ready to do.
Mhm.
Work with Babyface. Thank you, Garcia. I don't know how I forgot that. I'm a big Babyface fan. Like
Oh, yeah?
huge.
Yeah,
Like
he's
it's
amazing.
Stevie
Amazing
and it's
producer.
Stevie and Babyface. Yes. So yes, working with Babyface. Yes, definitely on that. Like I got a lot. Yes. But yes, I just want to be in a room with Babyface to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it can happen, so
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
definitely
go ahead and
gotta
make
put
this
it
say.
out there because you
Yeah.
never know, never know, you know? So awesome. Well, I wanted to thank you so much for this dope interview, spending
Thank
all this time since 5:40
I
with
know
you.
it doesn't even feel like
That's
it,
what
but this has
everyone
been
says. So to
amazing.
all the people scared to come on the Honeyflow show, it's not
Oh,
that bad.
I'm promoting you.
Not
You
that
are
bad.
great.
Yeah.
You're great. You
Some
know
some
you're
guys
great.
are legit scared though. They
Mm,
they say I'm Barbara Walters and I'm gonna
mm.
make them cry. So
Oh, damn.
sometimes I
But
do.
you don't even get in the bit. Like, you don't go in people's personal business or nothing like that. Even though if you wanted to, you could ask me, honey.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes
Oh,
I do. Like, because we didn't know each other that well, I try keeping it. I mean, you did,
okay.
tell me some deep things, but yeah, sometimes I do. That's why I have Mad Live say I gotta listen to boom bap before I get on the Honey Flow show. Listen to some hip hop, like to be all hard because he's like, Honey Flow's gonna make me cry. It's
That
gonna
is
make me cry.
hilarious.
But it's not that bad. Like Jonah, for example, I went late on him. I just talked about
I
music.
enjoyed Max. I
I did
enjoyed
that
Max.
to
Max.
K Immaculate. I went late on
Yeah.
him because he doesn't know me
Silver
that
Knight.
well.
Silver
You
Nights was
know,
good. They was on you on Silver Nights one. I think you had on a fur coat or something. Didn't they make you put on a fur coat
oh
or
yeah,
something
probably. I
crazy?
don't know. Yeah, Silver Knight. If I know the person a little bit more, I usually ask them if I can go a bit deeper. So
See, that's nice of you.
I
That's
guess
really
I didn't ask you, but I already knew by how you are or how you seem as a person that you'd be like an open book. So I knew that it would just flow like so.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I
So I really
appreciate
do
you. It was
appreciate it.
really good. Yeah, you
Yeah.
it was really good. I enjoyed this, like seriously, because we got to talk about a lot of stuff and you got some really good questions. And you went really in on my bio, girl. I appreciate
Well,
that.
I need to because when you're like famous and everything,
Ah,
you got to remember the little people over here. So
nah,
I gotta, I'm
you
just
not
joking.
little girl.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
just
gonna tell you, she was giving me the ideas what I'm doing now.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I'm excited to see like just definitely go for them because things are going to open up and you've inspired me to start
Oh,
working on some ideas to myself to
you
think
to be a
about what I need to
consultant.
do.
Okay.
So
Okay. You are a consultant.
I know, yeah, we'll see.
I'm
We'll see
telling
how
you,
it
you're a
goes.
natural. You're a natural, man. I'm
Be an
just saying.
agent.
I'm just saying.
It'd be nice being an agent for maybe a football team. I don't know, something like that, or musicians. You're right, an agent or like a scout or
Oh,
something, right? Consultant, kind
oh,
of like what you were saying. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Jonah's like 3-hour interviews. Yeah, I do that 3-4 hours.
But they go by fast, don't they?
They do go by fast. Yeah. So do you need a few minutes to
Just
switch over
like,
to?
can I get 5 minutes?
Okay, only
Is that
5
too much?
minutes.
I can do 2.5. I gotta
Oh, no, it's okay. You probably need a break too because we've been,
yeah, I do have
going
to
for
use
like
the bathroom.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Just 10 minutes. Okay, let me know. I'll just kind of talk to them. You could also put in the chat like when you're ready or let
Okay.
your mods know like when you're ready, let me know because then I'm going to start stuttering by myself here. So
Okay.
I'll
Because
give
I'm
you
about to
5
switch
minutes.
platforms. I'm on OBS now, but I'm about to switch over to Streamlabs. So do I just need
Okay,
to stop
awesome.
my
Yeah, and if
cam?
you
Do I
need
just
like
stop my cam right here?
Yeah,
Do I
so
have
you just basically like you can leave the studio, but I want to thank you for
okay.
coming and you guys stick around you guys because we're going to go to the after party with DJ Lyris. So make sure you guys stick around. Uh
Slow. So
she's going to be DJing so you guys get a taste of what she does. I'm telling you guys she's amazing. I'm not just saying it. I
oh,
knew
thank
from
you.
day 1 when I saw her she had something special in her with her shows. And just how she is as a DJ, how she MCs and talks she definitely is the full package. So stick around. And we're going to raid into her as soon as she's ready. So I
Okay.
guess it's just me and you guys in the
All
chat.
right. I'm
You
gonna
know,
be quick, y'all. All right. Thank you
sounds
again.
good.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Honeyflow. All
No
right.
problem. We'll see you
Thank
in a
you
bit.
guys for tuning in. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. See you in a bit.
Okay.
Thanks. All right. Take care. All right. So looks like it's just me. I got to get used to this, guys. This is something I'm not used to, which is crazy because, I yap all the time. Everyone that comes to my show is like, Honeyflow, just play the music, but this is going to be new for me, guys. So we're going to wait a few minutes before we raid into DJ Lyris. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It was a lot of fun to, just learning more about her background, where she came from. I think it's pretty inspiring too, just what's happened to her. Her starting a radio station that takes a lot of work. So for all you guys just coming in, she started WLAG Timeless Radio. It runs 24/7. So make sure you guys are, of course, adding. I wish I was minimized actually, but that's okay. Make sure you guys are adding her. I'll put up the details right here. Go to her IG page. It's WLAG _ timeless radio. Quite an inspirational story. As I mentioned, she went from 30 people in 2018, and now she's close to 83,000 people. Definitely reminds me of Jay Chalet. I can see a lot of parallels between them. And the first time I saw her, and I'm being so for real, when I saw her, I was like, wow, she's really got the it factor. How she does her show, how she speaks on the mic, and just her energy. She's a great DJ. I could definitely learn from as well. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next week we're gonna have DJ Yoshi and Cello Music. I think I just saw him in the chat here somewhere. Let's see where he is. I think he slipped in. I won't say slipped in the back door because apparently I'm not supposed to say that. How you doing, Cello Music? So I'm going to be having him on next week, you guys. Also, DJ Yoshi, going to be having these two guys on the Honeyflow show. Make sure you check it out. And then I'm also going to be looking for musicians outside of Twitch. So if anyone knows any producers, musicians, people in the industry, definitely I want to get more 90s, 80s artists. I want to try to shoot my shot with some people and get them on my show too. So if you have any links or if you know anyone, I've had a few people come through my chat room. I think like a year ago, I had this guy say that he was SWV's neighbor. I'm like, oh, that'd be perfect. We just had Anthony Hamilton's cousin just come through. We had a producer with the Loonies. So you never know who's going to come through your chat. If you guys have any, links to anyone in the industry, I would love to definitely, hear from you. So definitely message me or whisper me because I'm definitely want to bring more people on my show and take it a step higher as well. But thanks for coming through, you guys, as well. We're just waiting for her to, get ready. And there's only so much talking I can do. So I hope you guys are doing good. We got DJ J Jonah in the building, DJ Hams. Thanks for coming through. Red Ace. Don't forget to hit the follow tab. That's the only way you're going to see myself on as well. Oh, are you calling me? You said I'm calling you, DJ Jonah? Is that me? Anyways, so definitely hit the follow tab. That's the only way you're going to see my shows online. We got Red Ace in the building. Oh, it was Cello Music. Okay. We got DJ Hams. Let's see here. Give you guys some shout outs while we're waiting for her. Sita Lawyer in the building as well. We got Garcia that was only left with one chicken wing from DJ Lyris. Let's see. DJ K Immaculate in the building. Derek, Living Live Golden. Let's see. All right. I know she needs a few minutes here. We got Miss Frosty as well. Thanks for coming through. Mandy Mama again with the resub earlier. Again, thanks for that. I appreciate it. And all the support for my show. So Cello Music, again, looking forward to having him on next week. It's going to be pretty dope. So thanks for coming through, you guys. Appreciate it. Stick around for the after party. Let me know when she's ready, if someone can see when she's ready. Let's see. I'm trying to think of another thing I can tell you guys. We got Derek as well. I see you in the building. Another thing that I'm going to be doing that's new for me is I'm actually starting a new page on Instagram, which I'm going to be sharing my personal story. It's a pretty deep one, so I can relate to everything that DJ Lyris was saying today. So I'm going to be trying to brave enough courage to share it. I have shared my story a few times on Twitch, but not. I mean, I have, but I also know it kind of disappears. So if I feel like sharing it again, then I do that when I'm in the moment. But this time I'm actually going to be doing pieces of my story. So it's going to be, could be like 50 parts. and they're just about 3 minutes each. So look out for my new page. I'm going to post it on my DJ Honeyflow page on Instagram as soon as I start. It's going to be more motivational, more inspirational, more faith-based content, more content that actually matters and makes a difference. I feel like we're living in a world today where we need that more. We need more authenticity. We need more, like, I guess, realness, especially online. And it's easy getting in front of the camera and smiling and playing music and DJs, streamers. We can all be a bit of performers, right? So, but I always want to find real content, especially in this day and age, because I just don't feel like there's enough right now. So I'm going to start. I always feel like before you give the lesson to people, you have to actually share your story and share some of that, share some of those broken pieces. So right now, I'm trying to figure out how I can form everything and do this online. I think I'm pretty much just going to press record and speak from the heart. It's going to be nothing scripted, nothing filtered. So that's kind of the idea that I have for speaking. Going to be very uncomfortable, not super comfortable with it right now, but I know I'm going to just have to just jump in and just do it because I feel like that's what my purpose is. That's what I'm called to do. So look out for that. I haven't figured out the name yet for my new page, but I'm definitely going to be starting all over again on social media and focusing more on that content and content that matters. Let's see, is she ready yet or no? I guess not. I don't think she's ready yet. Okay. Well, I got to get used to this anyways in front of you guys. Let's see here. Okay, I'm looking at some of your comments. DJJ Jonah says Hams was looking for an update. Okay, so for all you guys that don't know, yes, that's something I can definitely talk about. Um, there was a big story that happened like maybe a month or two ago. And it was this case here. It was a couple that we met actually at Denny's. His name's Terry. That's on my Instagram. We just randomly met him on a Sunday. He was a dishwasher in the back of Denny's, and he was sitting beside us. So my friend just asked, okay, she's live. Okay, Zeta, lawyer. So I'll tell you quickly this. So we met this couple at Denny's, and he told us that his daughter passed away. She was murdered in 2020, and we just wanted to help him as much as we can. This couple, and I've been in contact with them, so they just wanted a quick update before we raid in. DJ Hams and a few others are asking about it. So I just want to thank everyone that's come through Twitch. We raised, I think, close to $400 between my friends, all of us, and then all the donors. I did like a 5-6 hour show a couple weeks ago. You could check out the replay. And we were trying to raise funds. I raised $40 on my show, and then a few Twitchers jumped on his GoFundMe page as well. I could post the link. Actually, I don't think I could post it now because I don't have it, but it's through my IG. You could check it out. Their GoFundMe page if you do want to donate. But I want to thank you guys for donating, all the donors and everyone coming through. The update is we were able to raise close to $400, which is unbelievable, between a few of my friends and also the donors and the people that were on Twitch. I did 5 hours that day with Tara Lee's, one of my mods that was dancing in my living room. We raised about $40 on that show. But then there was also people on Twitch that were going directly to the GoFundMe page and giving them, money. So, I know the couple is really grateful. We took them out for dinner. A couple weeks ago, I met the wife, the mother, actually last Sunday, which was awesome. Just developing a relationship with her, Kathy. Sometimes she's in my chat room. Her username is Amy Butterfly, Amy One Butterfly. She's not used to Twitch at all, but she's coming on my shows and watching ever so often. So I know they're very, very grateful. All right. So we are going to raid in because I know DJ Lyris is ready. But I just wanted to give you guys that fast update. And if you guys want more details of the story or the page, just whisper me. or check my Instagram and you'll see it there as well. Okay, so thank you guys so much for coming through. Look out for those things. I guess I can talk by myself. I don't know. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Now, make sure you guys stick around for the after party with DJ Lyris. It's going to be really, really dope. She's such a great, talented DJ, beautiful person inside out. It was a pleasure doing this interview. She's definitely awesome and rocks, and she's going to do big things. I believe that for her. So let's raid into her. I'm going to try raiding a few times before I close this. Yeah, it feels a little weird. I'm not going to lie, Derek. It feels a little weird. It's interesting because I could talk behind my turntables or with music, but this is something I have to get used to, especially if I'm called to speak. That's something I have to get more comfortable with. Much easier with a guest, let me tell you. So thanks for coming through. We got Forevermore. Thank you for the raid the other day. Appreciate you. Okay, I'm gonna let this raid go through. Yes, stick around for the after party, you guys, with DJ Lyris, all the way from the ATL, killing it, doing big things. And make sure you guys add her. Feel free to follow me as well before you leave. That's the only way you're probably going to see my show. And I think the raid is just about to go through. Okay, let's see. Did it go through yet? Okay, so it looks like it just went through. I'm surprised girlfriend still has energy. Well, she probably has energy because she eats clean, very clean. Okay, I'm going to try rating her again. Thank you guys again for coming through. Maybe I'll try 3 times and see. 3 times is a charm. See if it works. And we will see you guys. I think it's, let's see here. Next time I'm on is Sunday. I might do a pop-up. We'll see. But definitely Sunday is the next time I'm on for Soul Sundays. So look out for Instagram and look out for my new page, and I'll definitely see you guys in these Twitch streets. I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, I'm going to try one more time before I end this broadcast. All right, and if you missed it, it's DJ Lyris, so make sure you guys head over there. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Have a great night, and we'll see you guys on the other side.